Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It is March 6th, meaning that Patria started 8 weeks ago. 2 months already. The adventure's been fantastic, so thank you, everybody who has stuck through it, who has continued on with his adventure, finally returning to Saltcreek. But before we get into the lore of what happened last time, we'll start with a couple announcements. I do want to just give a quick reminder, if you missed it last week and the week before, that on March 12th, that's next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we will be hosting Session 1 of Patria 2.1 over on our Discord, featuring 3 community members, Shanti, our community manager, social media manager, Catawampus will be there, and Void. So tune in Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern over on Discord as our adventures kick off all the way in the streets of Anothere, far across the continent from the Barrens, very far away. Hope to see you there. If you do miss the Discord session, it'll be posted on all of our podcast locations. This one's audio only, but it'll be posted throughout all of our various podcast locations shortly thereafter, within a week or so. And that's really all I have for announcements. So as a quick reminder before I pass it over to Nick, aka Kuno, to give us a reminder of what happened last week, we left off on the night of the party's return to Saltcreek. Our party members all experiencing very intense visions, dreams, and truth-seeking expeditions, so to say. Nick, go ahead and bring us back in with the recap, please.
Make him laugh.
Don't make me laugh.
Gee.
No, it was Nick.
No, Nick.
Don't make Nick laugh. Be nice.
Nick,
nice.
just picture someone's
Nick,
gonna make you laugh.
Just picture me doing the gritty.
Just picture me on the phone, and I whisper in your ear.
Rude.
No, that's not gonna make him laugh. That's gonna do something else.
Can you tell
Okay.
how bright my monitor is? Jeez.
Yeah, holy cow. Last week on Patreon.
In my hands.
Turn the light on behind you.
I wish you could put Google Docs is in dark mode.
just a flashbang sound from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All right. Bring us in, buddy.
Bring us in. All right. Had a doozy of a session last night. We left off with Kuno, or we started off the last session with Kuno and Aqua being taken away by the goblins by the lead of their leader, or general of sorts, by the name of Beldaws. On their way out, Kuno fell to the ground, intentionally cutting his hand to leave a blood trail for the others to follow. And once they arrived in the chamber, met face to face with the tall, troll-like night hag by the name of Yolanda. Kuno began an argument with Aqua to try and cause a distraction, but to no avail in scarring their friendship slightly. Yolanda began to reveal that she is, in fact, the mother of all of these Sandland goblins who have been living in the mines, and uses the Kuno and Aqua as almost as bait for the others to arrive, which they do arrive on time. Moss does recognize Yolanda's attire, though, it being in relation to the Feywild. And some parley later, Yolanda and Moss have begun to strike up a deal. Some Fey diplomacy, if you will, as they strike up the deal that the party will leave with not only their limbs intact, but with the miners. And in exchange, Moss will give her access to a portal to the Feywild once he's found. The party was then freed and headed off with the remainder of the prisoners in Beldaws to give an escort. They make their way through the caves, collecting the remainder of the miners, and passing through Beldaws' home, where Soren pocketed some of the medical supplies. During this, Aqua tipped off Kuno that she would like to speak with him later. Eventually, the party came to a roadblock where they came across that 300-foot elevator shaft with a 20-foot drop-off from the rope. With many injured, the party didn't think they could make it up, but luckily two of the miners offered some aid and were able to repair the elevator shaft, which took about 10 hours, during which the party kind of divided up, some resting while the others took care of the injured through a little bit of first aid. Eventually, after an egregious 10 hours, the party breached the surface and helped the survivors back to the town, with some of the family members waiting for them to arrive, some of which being the many relatives and friends of Richard.
Richard.
Kuno, Soren, and Moss split off from the party to go visit Saltcreek Supply Co., where they returned the missing box to Esther and were given some money in a special note. The note should be given to a man by the name of Peter in Flintgate at the gem store, which is on the north side of Flintgate. Kuno and Soren also split off from Moss, eventually going to restock for future adventures, buying a new pot and some oil. The rest of the party waited at the Silver Elephant Saloon and got some much-needed rest and medical attention. Kuno stopped by Aqua's room to check in on her, and after her comment in the mines, Aqua asked Kuno if he was okay, which prompted Kuno to become more distant. And once more, they both began to apologize to the point of sympathy crying. Luckily, though, some small gifts were exchanged, Kuno gifting a sapphire and Aqua gifting a frog, and they were feeling much better and returned to their rooms. In Aqua and Niall's room, while Niall rested from the strenuous journey, Aqua began to loosen her clothing, revealing her glow once more. As she began to recount the memory of her mother talking to her right before she left for an outing, she began to notice frustration in her mother's eyes, and the anger within her tone. Aqua began to feel in danger, causing her back to change colors, shifting from blues to purples and eventually a deep red, where Aqua felt a hand grasp at her spine, burning her and leaving her unable to move as she felt this burning pain. Eventually drifting off to sleep, though. Meanwhile, Niall, still suffering from the immense nausea caused by the Fey Plague, awoke to see himself as if he were levitating above the room, and sees Aqua tossing and turning in a bed, revealing her glow. For a moment, Niall is angered and reaches out a hand, passing through the light on her back and causing it to change colors, eventually playing with them and letting her eventually drift off back to sleep. While still conscious, Niall, suspicious of this state that he's in, calls out to that mysterious stranger they've spoken to before, but only to hear the lovely voice of Yolanda. Yolanda mentions recognizing the stench of death in Niall's breath, and that she is just here to make sure Moss kept up his end of the deal. Though Yolanda then begins to give Niall a new assignment, offered in a similar way that Niall's mysterious friend, stating that he must kill 2 men that travel once a week from Crystar to the hill on the northern edge of Wrong River. There they hide the bodies, and while they are killed, there must be witnesses. Eventually, sleep overtakes Niall as they begin to recover. While Moss and Amon rested, Moss remained awake, working on his book of runes, and Moss began to feel a change of old power returning to him. And the two began to form, as Amon came out of his trance, they began to once again continue with their feeding ritual. And Amon did seem off at the time, as if he was losing control. I think that's all that happened. I think that's.
There's one more thing that happened.
Well,
Dude,
I mean specifically for Moss.
In Moss, yes, yeah. Moss had a little journey of self-realization there. Yeah.
And then.
Oh God.
In the brothers' room, Kuno returned to the room and saw a strange echo-like mist clouding Soren's movements, similar to what he saw in the tavern when Amira came down the stairs. Kuno brushed this off and asked Soren if he could help him with the stitches, as they were kind of in the midst of teaching Kuno his first aid. As Kuno began to stitch up Soren, the wound suddenly closed, and this was Kuno's first successful accidental attempt at hemomancy. Elated, the two brothers celebrate, and Soren opens up to Kuno, apologizing for what had happened back in the mines. They begin the rest just after Kuno said, "Though we may not see eye to eye," Kuno and Soren replied with, "But we will always be heart to heart." Coming to a close as the party all began to drift off, but not before we kind of jump back in time, I think, to go to what Amon had experienced.
Yes. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna
perfect
give my
place
eyes
to
a
start.
rest now.
Yeah,
Jeez.
your room just got so much darker just by closing that tab.
Not even. I just like changed the tab. Didn't even have
That
to
was
close it.
great.
It's a
I
great
love
monitor.
it. I love it. Okay. Let's jump here. Thank you for the recap, Kuno.
Of course.
Appreciate
For all those things I got to
I'm sorry for
recap.
dropping a water bottle in the middle of it.
It was so good.
It just sounded like that.
You mean the rats knocked the water bottle over?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
that's
the
what that. Yeah,
rats.
that was it.
It just sounded like the thing of like the steel pipe falling.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
really loud audio of like a steel pipe.
Or just like a bowl and just...
Before we resolve what happened to Amon in the time during his trance before beginning his regular nightly routine with Moss, we did level up last episode, so Amon, roll some dice for us. What are you rolling? Your warlock's a D8?
I'm a sorcerer.
Oh, you're a sorcerer? Sorry, you're not a warlock. That's Moss.
Yeah,
My
he's
bad.
got a D6.
No, I dropped the dice I was gonna roll.
Oh, God.
Send the rats.
I think that means you
These are
don't level
rats.
up because you
I don't-
corrected me. You don't get to level up now.
Where did it's gone. It completely vanished.
I told you the rats.
It's the
Wow,
rats.
the
They
rats-
ate it
okay,
immediately.
I guess I'm using a different dice. Wait, no, there it is. I
The
found
dice gods are. Oh damn, the dice gods
Dice
are kinda
gods are like,
warning you.
nah,
I
not
was gonna
today,
say-
buddy.
What did it end up on?
Sword. I don't know. It like just on the ground. It was too dark to see.
It was levitating in the air.
All right, give us that D6.
Okay. D6. That is a 1. Reroll those.
Got a lot of ones.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 in a row.
And that's a 6. Duality of man. God
Hey,
damn.
okay. That will help our little squishy sorcerer. That'll be
Yeah,
great.
No shit.
All right.
You at 12 HP now?
Yeah. It's a pretty
Double
sizable amount of
digits.
HP,
Let's
right?
go.
Actually, it's double that. I'm at 24 exact.
Let's go. Awesome. Okay.
Big gains for me. Big gains.
Amon.
Yeah.
Womp.
As you enter your trance, not quite sleep, for you and Moss do not sleep the same way as the rest of your party. A moment of looking inward on the recent events. The fogginess in your mind finally lifting, but with it gone, the memories of what happened in the tree do not return. You have a frustration and a remembrance of the situation, but nothing concrete. Ooh, it's very cocked. Does an 18 hit you?
Yeah, I think that hits.
As you close your eyes, entering this darkness, there's no picture in your mind. You're not looking for anything. You're simply at peace. A silhouette in the corner of your mind slaps you across your face. You promised me, Amon. You said everything would return to normal. How can you abandon me? How can you abandon us? The silhouette screams at you. You can't make out a face. But in your heart, you know who this is. The familiar feeling of falling returns. And as you reach that terminal velocity, seconds before you wake, you see a face in your mind. In this instance of falling, what is Amon doing, thinking?
Amon in this instant is feeling for probably the first time in his life regret for his actions.
and is trying to, like, wish that this was all just some sort of, like, bad dream and he was gonna wake up from. That this couldn't have gone as wrong as it did.
As you hit whatever ground or floor or end of this falling is, that face of regret wakes you up. And wordlessly, swallowing the sweat and the fear that momentarily overtook you, you go over to Moss and begin the process of your nightly routine. We all awake the next day. Late in the morning. It's probably after 10. The sun's been up for a few hours. I think the first one up, the first one conscious and ready to leave the room, is Niall.
Hot damn.
Sorry, did we do Fableg?
We will.
Who?
What is Niall waking up to in the morning?
Well, if Aqua is not awake, then look around the room. Notice and recognize that I am alone.
The room is quiet, still. You hear probably in the distance the clanking of a glass or two, but nothing important.
Knowing what I do now from my dream last night, combing through my hair, just kind of observing it.
Make a perception check.
Nat 20.
Never gonna get over that sound. It's so good every time.
Natural
It's so
20.
satisfying to just hear the clunk.
Clink.
Natural 20. Your hair doesn't look any different, but it feels richer, thicker. Almost like that feeling after you haven't washed it in a few days, so it's starting to get clumped with dust, but it's not dirty, it's just fuller. It's a weird side effect of the events going on, but it looks the same.
Alright, with that out of the way, then I'm going to close my eyes and call out to them in particular.
What do you say?
This wasn't part of the deal.
Which part in particular are you concerned about?
You didn't say there would be other parties.
In my defense, I wasn't sure anyone else could listen. But it's me now. And what that woman said was the mission.
And you can't deny her? I'm under your contract, not hers.
You're right. I will put you in the direction you need to be to kill her one day. But you are not ready. And I only have influence over those under contract. Her magic is her own. In that moment, the voice in your head, the shadow that has been cast upon you for these last few years, seems remorseful.
There's nothing you can do to stop it. I hope you understand that by doing this, I'm going to destroy what I've tried to build.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Why not?
Answer me honestly. I haven't let you down yet, have I?
No one's witnessed it yet.
I never specified who the witness needs to be. You're creative. But one thing I need is to be observed. You are a tool to be used as I will, and in exchange, you stand where you stand. Is that not our agreement?
Close enough anyway.
The voice fades. You feel the shadow lift, the room gets a little brighter. The first sound you hear that isn't their voice is Aqua's snores.
Gonna go eat breakfast.
You head down alone? Okay. As I said, the rest of you wake up shortly thereafter. Aqua, the room is empty besides yourself.
Okay.
You just chilling? How's Aqua feeling after her nightmare?
Confused.
Fair.
Both bubbly and aqua.
Okay.
Slightly scared. But wait. Like table question.
Sure.
I should have asked this before. Did I see the colors change, or
Yeah, you
that just-
saw the room light up in
Okay.
various colors, similar to when you're alone and cleaning or just having a moment to change your clothes or wash your clothes. You do it in private for obvious reasons, but the glow is usually strong enough to reflect off the walls around you. So it was like that, and you saw the colors changing.
Okay, all right, I'm just making sure. Anyways, I'd like to summon Greg.
Okay, you expend a wild shape to bring your good friend back, and back he is.
Greg. Did you feel what I felt last night?
Greg is just sitting in the palm of your hand, or is he on your desk, or
I have a desk.
there's like a table in the room, yeah.
I picture like I'm sitting on my knees on the bed and he's just like right in front of me.
Okay. He kind of blinks one eye and then the other, and like turns towards the door.
Is that a sign you're hungry?
You just looking at the door.
And Niall's not in the room?
Niall's not in the room. You get the impression Greg's a little salty that he got obliterated yesterday. Or the day before. I can't remember.
That wasn't me. Greg, that wasn't me, Greg.
He's not a fan of being erased from existence. That's all.
What?
It's not a fun time.
But that wasn't me. That was the Hague. Wait, Greg, how do I make this up to you? Also, you're very good at distracting. I love this.
He just hops towards the door and leaves.
Greg, no!
He's hopping
Greg!
down. You find him like hopping up to where Niall is sitting.
Greg, I'm so sorry.
He's gone.
What do you mean? He disappeared?
No, he ran down. You've chased him out of the room, but he's
chasing him.
you're yelling sorry, Niall. You see Aqua yelling these apologies to Greg as Greg is just hopping around you.
Hello, Greg. How can I help you?
And he kind of jumps up onto the table in front of you. Smiley, not impressed. Just, hey, get up. Sorry. Not on the table, please.
Here, come here, Greg.
I like to say I tripped in the process of all this chase.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
As this commotion is happening, what are the other four of you doing as you wake up in the morning here?
Probably just carving new runes into my arms. Every morning I go through this, guys. It's this one's different. So it's like it's like a P but has an X on the bottom of it. Kind of means because I'm trying to flavor this as a specific spell, so it might be important later. But yeah, so like it takes me like a couple hours, and then I rebandage everything like tightly, because they were getting fucking dirty and loose.
Okay.
But then I'll be out maybe like an hour or so. I don't know how long it takes.
Okay.
Probably at this rate it doesn't take that long because I'm like not wincing every time I stab myself.
You've built up quite the resistance to the searing pain in general, especially on your arms. But yes, Kuno.
Yeah, Kuno's just Kuno's just gonna get up and kind of just like make his bed and kind of like say good morning to Soren, and just kind of make it. He probably leaves the room before Soren, and we'll join Aqua and Niall at the breakfast table.
Come on, Moss. Y'all finish your tasks from the night.
Yep. Amon like wakes up with like a startle, and then kind of just like sees where he is, and kind of just wordlessly gets up off the ground where he was sitting against the wall near the bed, grabs his hat off a chair nearby and puts it on, and just kind of like glimpses back to Moss for like a second, and then kind of just like hesitates, and then just turns to the door and walks out wordlessly.
Moss is just sitting on the bed in the room with his book closed in his lap.
Okay.
Just watching Amon leave.
Amon will grab a seat at the table next to everyone else.
So not sitting directly with him at the bar, but kind of off to the side. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're not at the bar, you are greeted by Amira, who is serving the table while Smiley looks after the people sitting at the bar. Well, good morning. I'm really glad to see you all made it back to town. Everybody did make it back, right? All of y'all here?
Yes, we did.
I'm just not there yet.
Good. Yeah, so Soren's still upstairs. Moss hasn't come down yet. Yeah.
The rest of them are still up in their rooms.
Was dead in the caverns.
I'm on.
No.
Oh my god! And she hears Niall behind her because you guys are at the bar, about a table away. So she's talking to Amon, and she just hears him back and like, "No, we're all fine. Everything's fine." I'm so glad. I saw the people coming back. Thank you. I don't know how many you guys got, but it looked like a lot.
Don't thank me. It was them. He kind of just points to the people at the bar. I was there.
You were there. That's half the battle. You showed up. Ain't that right? And she looks over to you, Niall.
It really is.
Great. What can I get you, Amon?
I'm fine. I don't really. I'm just looking for a place to sit, quiet.
I can give you quiet. Thank you again. And she walks away to start helping other people. Smiley looks to you, Niall. How many did you save?
What's
I'm
the number again?
curious.
48.
Or just comes out and says that.
48 people made it out alive. We saved as many as we could.
That's. I'll be honest, and he kind of hushes himself. It's a lot more than most of us thought you would. What was down there?
Lots and lots of caverns.
Like Guild Brooks.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know what I expected you to answer with, but I'm just glad you're back. I'm glad everyone's back. You guys, whether you like it or not, you're the first heroes Saltcreek's had in a long time.
Don't thank us.
Who were the last heroes of Saltcreek?
Oh, well, I suppose that's up for debate. Many would argue that the Clements family, who organized the rebellion that led us to be the free people we are now, and led our town to salvation, but that was over 100 years ago, so I guess there's been heroic deeds along the way. There was Terry. Terry figured out who was poisoning the main well in the center of town and killed him.
Richard was a hero, right?
It was Richard. It was actually Richard's great-grandpapa.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, Richard, did Richard make it back?
No. He's dead.
He was kind of an asshole. It's all right. I'm just glad you got out who you did. Smiley's got beef, man.
If I can make one thing clear, however.
Yes. Niall, right. What is it?
Yes. We didn't do this for the glory. If there's someone you want to actually thank, it'd be Leon.
What did Leon have to do with this?
He's the one who hired us.
Really? As on behalf of the family, or?
On behalf of himself.
He was a real hero, and he went down with us.
Oh no, he wanted credit.
He wanted the credit for it.
He was there with you guys? He was in the mines?
He saved my sorry ass plenty of times.
Make a deception check.
Oh, you sons of bitches.
Hey, I'm just glad 1/6 of the party remembered part of the deal.
I don't forget.
I know. I'm just bugging because I'm glad someone brought it up. I love it.
Completely forgot, but I was just gonna go along with the whole. I'm not a hero. What are you talking about?
That is 23 to 7.
23. Smiley rolled a natural 19 plus 2 for a total 21.
Oh, let's go.
Wow. Amir, did you hear that? Leon went down with y'all got a name, or
That implies we're all somehow friendly enough to have a group name, which no.
Gotcha. Amon and his companions and Leon went down and saved all of those people, a few dozen, it sounds like. Amir comes back around, raising her eyebrow because she knows the truth. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you again, guys. Speaking of, when you guys are done eating breakfast, let me know. I got something for you, but it can wait. You guys should rest up, get some food in you. We'll talk shortly. She goes back to serving tables. At this point, Soren, you're likely to come down.
Are we gonna do Flea Plague?
We can do Fey Plague now. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to have you forget.
Yeah,
When I
because
do come,
I guess it does
Okay.
depend on what you guys get.
I rolled a 1, so
Okay, you're good.
I cannot see my dice in the shadow of my hand. The shadow of my colossus.
Shadow of my Colossus.
You're what now?
Nick, no,
you're live.
no, Nick is just so tiny the dice are giant to him. Got his ass.
Dang it.
Uh-oh, what'd you get, Niall?
Hold
Uh-oh.
on.
Exhaustion.
What?
again.
That was not what. That's not what I rolled. It was a 5.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
Are you coughing?
Just get it again.
You're exhausted
I did not-
again?
Yeah, I got exhausted a second time.
Coughing was 5.
Oh. Oh
No,
no,
it's not
five
like a
five is the extra sleep.
Damn.
Oh, so you weren't bright.
I woke up early.
I will say go ahead and re-roll because
Okay.
you guys all slept for about 10 to 12 hours. So you
right.
you all got
My
number
normal
5
sleep.
last night.
Niall just needs to sleep for 24 hours straight.
Yeah, Niall doesn't wake up. That's it.
Yeah.
He's stuck in the dreamscape for eternity.
That is no better. That's a 6.
Oh no.
Now you got
Oh,
the cough
a little
again.
bit
I'm
of cough.
coughing now.
Now
Yeah,
I got
you-
whooping cough.
Whooping
Yeah.
off instead of sleeping in.
Whoop.
Soren, you rolled a 1. Kuna, what'd you
Yeah.
get?
4.
All right, so you're good. So just a little bit of a cough, nothing too crazy. Good thing I
Like
let
tapes.
Amon make the deception check for that charisma. All right. Perfect. So Soren, you come down. Before we get to that though, Moss, what are you doing in your room?
I'm going over the inscriptions in my book one more time, just giving it one more glance over before I go down to mingle with the rest of it.
All right. I'll say then, just for the sake of regrouping with everybody, that Soren's a couple steps ahead of you as you join back down. So Soren and Moss, you join. You see the other 4 members of your party well into a breakfast, except for Amon, who's sitting on a table off to his own. Not a drink in sight, just kind of relaxing. But you guys have rejoined the party.
When I pass Aqua, I'm gonna slip her a note.
Okay.
Come on, no.
You have to really slip it because right now I'm crying on the counter, begging for Greg's forgiveness.
Yeah, that's what that'll make it easier.
I'm literally
so
like
good.
picture cartoon, hands over the counter, and you just hear Greg. That's all you hear.
Just a puddle forming.
It's just like tears
no.
flowing over the edge like a waterfall.
Niall's
That's
just
what I'm
patting
doing.
her on the head. Just
I'm not gonna lie,
Alright,
it's
well.
been like 15 minutes. That that frog is like fully ignoring you. Greg has not said anything to
I mean,
you.
I did a 20, so does that sufficiently slip?
Oh yeah, you definitely
Just put
slipped
it
a
in my
note.
hand.
If you're trying to make sure Aqua sees it, yeah, you kind of have to like in her like freak out, like grab her arm and be like, "You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay." Oh yeah, with a 20, no one else notices the note. You're just like trying to comfort her right now.
Yeah, which is out of character, so they definitely know.
Do the money slip. You have like the
Yeah,
note in your
yeah,
hand, and you just like, it's okay.
No, actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out coins and be like, here, since I'll just pay for all the drinks for you, and I'll grab Aqua's wrist and put it in her hand, and then slip the note in her hand too.
Aqua, after a few moments, you realize that in that coin pile is a little piece of scrap paper.
And it says, in like 2 hours, depending on. So we know when we're roughly around meeting Leon. It'd be an hour before that.
You have not been contacted by Leon. So he told you
He
yesterday
told us we would get contacted by him.
he would connect with you when it's time to meet. He wanted to make sure everything was settled at the house before he brought you guys in for the final
Let's get
closing
the
of
fuck
the
outta
duty.
here.
It's like 11. It's like 11 or something.
Yeah, by this point with eating, it's about 11:30.
Okay. I'll just say. Yeah, I'll just say meeting in an alley by the Clements in like 3 hours.
Okay.
I want it to be specifically
Wait.
before.
Does it say your name on it?
Yes.
Oh my
Aw. I was gonna be like,
Mac
oh my
not
God, a secret
taking
admirer.
any of Bubbly's shit right now. After about an hour of you trying to convince Greg to love you again,
Don't just look at me.
He looks at you. And he like flings his tongue out to like lick the side of your face. And then jumps on your shoulder.
Do that again. Next time, it'll be me that perishes, not you.
Lesson learned.
I mean, never mind. That'd be it's funny. It's just funny because you
so much.
I mean,
I love it. I love it.
I look like I'd be mad too.
I don't blame Greg. I thought he was cool with it.
Got summoned and then you just instantly
Fucking obliterated. I did, but it wasn't me.
Yeah,
I didn't have a
you didn't have to
chance.
summon him.
I was trying to be nice.
No.
She said friend.
He was
I
just
said
not
Greg.
happy with the situation. Greg's okay.
Listen, in my experience, summoning familiars near hags, they always die.
I've never dealt with a hag before, except for a cranky old woman down at Walmart. That's the only kind of hag I've dealt with, okay? I don't know these kinds.
If you summoned a familiar, it would have been vaporized. I'm
Dude,
telling you.
Walmart hags are the worst hag. That's true.
I'm just saying, okay?
Walmart hags are the highest
CR25 Walmart hag.
Walmart's their lair, so CR31.
Oh my god.
Walmart hag
Anyway.
used lair
They
action to
get
summon a
lair action.
summon a manager. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, lair action, call manager.
Amon
Bonus action, yell insults.
Amon is just
Bonus
like leaned
action.
back in his chair, feet up on the table, just hat down, covering his eyes. Just
I'm gonna.
trying to zone out the crying and then elations of Aqua.
I'm gonna try and sneak a glance at Amon, trying to catch his eye, but seeing as his hat is up, covering his eyes.
Yeah, he's
just
not
stare.
making it easy at all. He's really not helping.
Soren.
I mean, do you like really like check to see if like you can see his eyes? You probably would see like one eye peeking out from under his hat, watching Moss across the ball.
I'm gonna try and make eye contact, but not, like, look over eye contact.
He'll kind of like, as Moss is walking towards the bar, kind of like look over and like spot you with one eye, like kind of look you up and down.
I'm gonna look towards the door exiting.
Kind of just nods and shifts his weight to get back on the ground, fixes his hat, takes one final glance at Moss, and then stands and wordlessly just walks towards the back exit or the front exit.
A back exit.
Okay, he'll walk towards the back exit then.
Okay, you guys head out. Not really an opportunity to be stealthy, so your party does kind of notice, but
And they're just gonna assume we're yelling at each other again.
Before Niall leaves,
That's a back. It's a kitchen.
I think Soren, noticing his
Okay.
cough, he would comment on it. He would say, "Perhaps in the future I could help with that. Soon, near future." And he just subtle comment as he passes, as Niall passes him when he leaves. Like,
Wants to say more, doesn't, but
yeah.
message
he's
received.
already moving.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while two of your party members
Kronos
abscond
just
out the
been
back?
eating.
Okay.
He's gotta stay strong.
He's got a big appetite now that he's
He
full
lost
of
a
all
lot-
this
he-
blood
he-
magic.
he
Yeah.
He did not meet his calorie goals while he was in the caves.
What's his go-to meal? What's his go-to protein for breakfast?
Just
How many
eggs.
scoops of protein
Yeah,
can you
just
scoop into the
It's a 12 egg omelet every morning.
That's a lot of eggs. So many eggs.
Too many. Some say too
I
many.
think
Some
someone
would
in chat doesn't
argue
like that.
too many eggs.
Some would say too many, but who knows?
Yes, Aqua.
I would be joining Kuno in the eating because out of emotions,
Yeah, eat your heart
out
out.
of pure
Absolutely.
sadness and
Something.
happiness, and just instead of, well, it would normally be ice cream, but I don't think ice cream exists in this world. So it's just
eggs.
no. if there's like, what do they have? I was gonna say peanut butter, but I don't think that's a thing either.
You can just say it is.
Smiley does not have peanut butter, but they have various like jams and butters.
They have almond butter.
Yeah, they do have oat milk.
I'm eating almond butter
soy milk
out of pure sadness.
Oh shit.
All right.
Just a jar of almond butter.
That's,
They have matcha here.
That's gross. That's real gross.
It's disgusting.
It's so gross.
Where do you think he gets his slime from? Like, I'm telling you.
I want you to
entire brain.
I want you to unsay that, please.
Slime, the
about, like,
watery
taking that
bit
note
from
away.
on top of
I
peanut butter.
think you
Is
should
that
take
Greg's
that note
slime?
away.
Saying that?
Oh.
A nice mission for Aqua.
And every time I take a bite, Greg takes a lick.
Oh, that's so bad.
Cease and desist.
Go up
Please.
to your room, props.
And just stay the photo.
Niall and Amon, let's please cut to you two.
Thank you.
Like, please.
Oh my
Please.
god.
What's going on
This is
outside, guys?
amazing.
Amon is just leaned up. I assume this is a table back here, or like some kind of like desk or workstation. Or
Yeah,
something.
there's like a. I'm not gonna lie. This is just a butchering station out back here. Like there's blood
okay.
everywhere, and
That's
there's no
fine.
hanging animals because that's kept separate. But this is like where, after he buys stuff from hunters, he'll bring it here and just out in the open on the back of the shop. He'll work on it.
Just pick a place where there's mostly dry blood and lean against it.
Hell yeah.
Then just wait for Niall. Just kind of giving him a nod when he walks out. Want to talk, kid?
Yes, I understand that it's not as though us as a whole group are the closest people you'd ever imagine. However, I somehow get the feeling that we're going to just be spending some kind of journey together, whether it be short-term or long-term. Which, if that is the case, I have a favor to ask you.
Depends on the favor.
You wouldn't have to do anything, you just need to be there when the time comes.
I'll do what I can.
I know you have no incentive to strike any deals with me, but
He kind of stands up from where he was leaning and turns towards Niall and just kind of puts his hand out. The favor with me is not something I take lightly.
no one finds out about this once it's occurred.
It's fair. Shakes your hand.
Thank you.
No thanks necessary.
What I was
Just,
taught.
Stay alive, kid.
That's what I've been trying to do. I survived a war. How hard can it be?
Be surprised.
That's
Remember-
all, unless there's something you wanted to speak to me about.
I just wanted to ask. I've been trying to keep a little distance between myself and Moss. Has he said anything to you, or you seen him do anything
hasn't.
strange?
Said anything to me, but I assumed that he's a little mad at you.
Yeah, I got that. He didn't speak at all last night.
You
Just,
apologized?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for the right moment. It didn't feel right last night. But soon.
Don't keep saying soon.
You sound like someone I used to know.
Now you're just somebody that I used to
Oh
know.
my god.
I was thinking that. I just didn't want to say anything.
Amon will pat Niall on the shoulder like twice and kind of just stand there, and then just like awkwardly take his hand away and walk back inside. It's two people I've made deals with.
It's at times like these where I miss talking to my sister.
Amon heads back in, Niall dragging behind, probably by a minute or so.
Yep.
Hear their whooping.
He just as they come back in, coughing all over the pantry as they head back in. All right.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy your morning. I mean,
Say
enjoy
it
is a
out
strong
loud.
word, I guess. You guys have a morning.
Yeah,
Eventually, after finishing eating, you settle at a table further back in the bar, away from Smiley. Kind of just waiting for Amir to free up, as they've.
that's not where I wanted to go.
Oh, goodbye. Amon is flying away.
I was trying to move to that table before you moved us.
Eventually, Amira does come by. I know I already said it, but I'm really glad you guys are all right. You look a little worse for wear, but suppose that can't be blamed for what you guys went through. Sounds like it was a lot.
It wasn't anything we couldn't handle. That is a lie. There were some things.
It was fine.
I mean,
I came out alive.
we almost
so-
died. We almost died 3 separate times.
Well, we didn't. Is the point.
You almost died 3 separate times.
I was
almost died.
pretty much fine most of the.
I think we all almost died at some
You
point.
just said you almost
Right,
died 3
died.
separate times. I
I
don't
said
know why you're
we.
going back on
I
that
said
now.
we.
You're as
We
good ones
bitch.
at we, so.
Yes.
I don't suppose y'all have seen Leon lately, since you guys got back. I know it's been one night, but he didn't come to visit me this morning, or
I
haven't
assume
seen
he's
him
trying
yet.
to clean things up
Looking
with his
for him.
family.
That is very suspicious.
right. I suppose so. They're all in town now. I mean, even his younger sister's returned.
Do you know if Lord Armano is still in town?
Look on her face. I'm assuming that's the man that came with Sylvia. I don't know his name, but if that's the man, I'm not too sure. I don't go in the mansion without Leon, and he's been out with you guys adventuring, right? So,
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if he's still here. I haven't seen any carriages leave, so I suppose he should be.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
He hasn't told me if we're supposed to head over and meet at any time. I don't know if he told you guys when, but I was thinking after work going by the mansion and
We can
just
always
seeing if
stop
he's
by.
home.
I mean, he owes us, so we can stop by whenever we please.
Right. Yeah. He's good for it. I mean, you know his estate is good for it. It's
Got
Do
it?
you think
He-
he's good for it?
of course.
You know him the best.
I do. He put his neck out for this
Yeah,
situation.
Some neck he put out.
You know what I mean. You've never met his father.
This is a
Anyways, I'm off work in a few hours. Do you want to head over together, see if Leon's there, see if we can find out what's next for the mines? I mean, I got friends who work down there, and I'm hoping some of them returned.
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
Sounds fine.
yeah.
Right.
We had exchanged flowers.
Yeah, flowers.
Or rocks, whatever. It's up to you.
Well, I got a few hours of work left, so y'all have the place to yourselves. Go explore, go, I don't know, do what you do. And meet you back here 4 hours, 3 hours? I'll get out early if I can. See if it's too busy. Smiling might let me go, but... Alright, well, see you guys soon. And again. And Amira puts her arm on your shoulder, Niall. Thank you.
Hey.
And then walks away.
So, while we have time to kill, we should go check if Oswald is back.
We should also discuss. I don't intend to. I think. Never mind. We should also discuss how we are going to present our information to Leon.
Soren, that was kind of sneaky. What are you up to?
What are you up to?
Well, I'm off to find some bugs for Greg because I need to apologize my ass to this frog.
Oh.
And
Language.
As
my
Aqua
butt.
is going on a tirade, can Amon just put a sack of coins in Niall's hand, since they're sitting next to each other? And then there will be a note attached to it that just says, "For those things you keep shooting out of that gun." And he'll give you 20 gold.
Say for our friendship.
Damn.
Thank you very much.
For our friendship.
For our friendship.
We should meet before, but because I have some things I would like to tell you.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm going to see if Oswald's returned.
That's alright.
I want to see Olivia too. Or, yeah, Olivia.
Yeah, you guys head over to Oswald / Olivia's house. 3 of you? Are you all going, or just the 3 that piped up?
I'll go.
Okay.
Amon will stay in the tavern.
Okay. Amon and Moss not talking to each other, sitting at the same table as the rest of the party goes off about their day.
As Niall leaves, he just looks at him all like, say
5
something.
feet apart.
Sorry.
If Moss is staying at the tavern too, then Amon will actually go out somewhere.
Well,
and just
Moss,
go walk around the town.
I'll go to you. What are you up to?
Moss is just gonna kind of chill and take it easy until it's time to go, manage business again. So, while Amon takes off, Moss is going to read more of those runes.
Okay. Get another 3 or 4 hours done on that book.
Rune reading.
Little rune reading. All right. After you add those 3 hours, how many hours have you logged?
After those 3 hours, I'm checking it out.
I think you got 2 hours or 4 hours.
It was 3 hours last. No, it was 4 hours last session, and so it'd be like 7. I think.
Should be around 7. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because you read for 8 hours, but you were exhausted, so you only got half of it.
Right. That's what it was.
Oh, you're also
yeah.
no. It was like because you were trying to translate.
Yeah,
it
it
was
took
very
4 hours
loud.
because it was difficult to translate.
Yeah.
I'll have 7 at the end of it if
Cool.
I do another 3
Cool.
hours.
Just keep a note of that. All right. The lot of you head to Olivia / Oswald's place. To be correct, Oswald's mother's place.
What is Oswald's mother? Wait, has
and-
Oswald ever told his mother his mother's name?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
She's
I
not
think
real.
she's just
No
said
name.
Ma.
I'm convinced he either killed her, or she died a long time ago of some disease, and she's up in a room like
In the attic. sitting
Yeah.
there.
I forget what fucking movie it's from.
Percy
That-
Jackson
that-
style.
or something like that. But
Yeah.
it was more of a it was a comedy, so it was.
I don't know.
You guys enter the abode. The door is still open. still looks like it's been not ransacked, but turned over, anything of value kind of taken. And I forget who has it, but one of you has the note from Oswald.
I think it was me.
I think Niall has it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around.
Moss had the map.
Right.
Soren has the blood book.
Soren has the blood siren book. Yes.
Moss has the really old book.
Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry.
Librarian.
I had, like, flashbacks in my notes. I'm like, they have this.
What's your
they
mother's
have that.
name?
I want stuff.
Your eyes rolled into
What
the
is
back
your
of your head.
social security number?
Resetting the whole entire session.
My notes tell me.
In Latin.
The house is empty. It smells weird.
Wait. Smells?
Like blood weird? Like corpse
Like
weird?
dead weird?
Does it
Not
smell familiar?
blood.
Like corpse weird?
Can I make a perception check
Like
to
a
follow
corpse?
my nose?
The Blood
Like a
Brothers and
bloodhound you are.
Actually, no. All of you can give me a nature check.
Ooh, someone
so
shit the
nature.
bed.
Gross.
Ooh, nat 20.
Disgusting.
What if they piss the bed, huh? Don't
Shit, shit.
you
Look
know.
at these
Yeah.
fan.
People do other things besides shit.
Exactly.
Exactly. I got. What'd you say? A nature? No.
Nature, yeah, nature.
It's a 0.
No way! It is not a 0. What did you
It
get?
just starts throwing up.
I got a 9.
How
all
did you
suck.
get a 0? What's your modifier?
Minus
Minus
1.
1.
God damn.
That's
Amon, did you come with us
beautiful.
too?
That is
Yeah, I think
actually
I-
beautiful.
If Moss was staying there, I would have gone with y'all. Like if I saw Moss not getting up, Amon would have like gotten up and catched up to you guys.
That's fantastic. So with that, literally only Soren and Amon. The other two, Aqua and Kuno, again, the two knuckleheads who are great detectives. It just, I don't know, it smells real bad. But like you don't identify anything, you don't identify a direction, a place. You get distracted by like sniffing various surfaces, trying to enhance your capabilities, and it's real bad.
Cops even harder.
Yeah, Soren and Kuno. It's not the smell of.
Kuno got a 0, so.
Or sorry, Soren and Amon. Thank you.
He failed so hard he succeeded.
Yeah, he came all the way back around.
Yeah. It's Gandhi.
It's Hell's Nat 20, Nat 0.
You roll low enough, you become the villain. I don't know.
Sorry.
You know it's not the smell of a dead body, like a humanoid. Dead people have a very distinct smell, especially for you, Soren. You've interned bodies, you've practiced surgery on corpses before.
Mhm.
But it
Never.
is death. Something is rotting in the building.
And I kind of like follow until it gets strong, like overbearing.
Yeah, I mean, with a nat 20, you begin to basically investigate where it's coming from and pull your brother along, who probably pulls Aqua along as Amon is beside you, and you guys are heading towards the source of the smell, which is to a basement that you had not
never checked
turned
the
over
basement?
before. You did not.
God.
I don't.
You guys
I knew there
turned
was a
over
basement.
the upstairs. Yeah. There's a door leading down. It's more of a trap door.
Oh, it's like a pull-up.
Yeah, it's like a pull-up. Yeah.
And I
check to
pull
see
it.
if it's
Is there a
locked.
lock on it?
There's no lock on it.
Pull it open.
You pull it open. And that is definitely where the smell is coming from, and you all smell it now. Nat 1 overridden by common sense. There's definitely something that was alive that is no longer down here rotting. There's a little ladder going down, not a staircase. It's like a thin wooden ladder.
Can I see
Who's
how
going
far down it
first?
goes?
I'll go first.
With your dark vision, 15 feet. It's not very far down.
Amon would probably just like crouch down and then brace and just jump in.
Okay. you land in a fantasy equivalent of an unfinished basement. It's just a dirt floor.
Oh man, there's so much foundation down here. This would be perfect.
This would be perfect for a man cave. I got big plans for this.
The fact that you both went there.
Table right there.
We both.
You both went there so
Wet
fast.
bar over there.
Yeah.
And a nice pool table.
I can avoid
And a dartboard.
This will be my Shangri-La.
This will be the place where I avoid my wife.
Yeah, we'll just pretend we don't smell rotting
neglect
flesh.
my children.
It'll be fine. Good lord.
I'm gonna look for the source of this.
Yeah.
As you all climb down, Aqua, I think, said they're going down first.
Soren.
Or Amon
Soren
jump
go.
and then Soren. Okay, so you two can give me investigation checks, or one of you with advantage.
I'll give it to Soren with advantage.
And the stank is normal. I just imagine like that's just how Oswald naturally smells. It's just so bad that it smells like death.
Yeah.
God, I'm rolling really good. Only because of advantage, though.
Reminds
So
me of
dirty
this-
20.
Dirty 20. You have dark vision.
Yes.
So you can see the shapes of what is in front of you. There's a couple barrels along the side. Two of them have like their right, it's like a barrel and they usually have a lid on top. Two of them have their lid like perpendicular to the rim of the barrel, allowing whatever's inside to be used and pulled out. The third one is sealed. On the far side of the room is something hanging from like a wooden framing on the wall. It's not like a cross, but there's some sort of structure built into the wall, and there's something like attached to it, almost like a crucifix, but it's not in the shape of a cross.
Can I
Is it
Lantern coming down.
Can I cast dancing lights?
Yeah, you can.
He just drops it, it breaks.
Catches fire.
Gasoline all over the floor.
We just
You just firebomb the party. What a way to go, though, right? Dancing lights as the last member of you guys joins the basement. As you cast dancing lights, you take in the scene in front of you, and thankfully it's dirt, so the blood spray that's everywhere has soaked into the earth and is no longer slick or slippery. You see on a perfectly circular wooden structure, so different pieces of wood cut into shapes into a perfect sphere, circle. It's not three-dimensional. And wrapped around all of these beams are severed limbs of various animals, and they're all like wrapped around and like stapled on, like they're holding each other's hands.
This is my hell.
You know, like the ring where like the snake is eating its tail type thing. Like it's kind of that vibe of different animals. So you see like tiny little rabbit legs and arms. You see deer. You see elk. You see humanoid. You see dragon scale. And it looks fresh enough that the blood is still red and not brown black. And the smell is coming from the thing in the center of this circle, which is a torso of a humanoid creature. No head, no arms, no legs. Completely nude, just speared onto the wall.
Wait, there's a penis? Is it?
Can we see what gender?
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
torso.
It's actually, funnily enough, it's from the back, so you're just seeing ass. You can't tell what gender it is. Yes, it's just ass hanging on the wall.
You know, I don't care about that. Can I tell what it is?
Make a nature check. Make another nature check. It's not human skin.
18.
This looks to be tabaxi. Most of the fur has been removed, but you do see patches of fur.
What's a tabaxi?
Cat person.
Cat person.
Oh, thanks.
Furry.
Has Aqua gotten down the ladder yet?
Everyone's down there since the dancing lights. I need. Hold on.
I was gonna do something if Aqua wasn't down the ladder yet.
Hold on. You're there. No, you would be
we're in
fine.
factory?
Aqua and
I think I would have walked up to it to like examine it closer.
actually, it's just Aqua. Aqua, make a sanity saving throw, please.
Why? Don't do this to me, Tyler.
Because I'm an asshole.
Niall's too busy coughing his lungs up to know what's going on.
You said saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch it be a natural 1. I shouldn't have said anything.
Was it a natural one?
Was it a
No,
natural?
it was a natural 8.
Oh,
Total of
But
10.
it ends up to a 10.
That is not enough.
I know.
You were the last one down, we'll say.
I'll take it as yeah.
Niall, you're right in front of Aqua, because the brothers went up and Amon was helping with the investigation. So you feel Aqua's bile hit your back as Bubbly's character Aqua throws up in your direction and
All
then loses consciousness.
Oh. All right, give me a second.
Oh,
Oh no!
There they go. There they go. Down for the. It would have been 10 times funnier if you would have just stayed down there.
Probably should
Stayed
have
passed
for the
out.
rest of the session.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
You just see like a twitching leg in the back.
Yeah, just.
But yeah,
Aqua,
you
Aqua.
feel Aqua pass out behind you.
Wait,
Turn around.
is my face on the vomit now?
No, most of it landed on Niall, thankfully. So you're just in the bloody dirt. You're just in the bloody
My
dirt.
jacket.
Amon will kind of just like look over to see what's happening with Aqua and just kind of go, you alright?
No.
Do you need any help or?
Perhaps
I'm no
we can get her
doctor,
out.
so
we can get her out of here.
yes.
Perhaps it was too gruesome.
I'm not surprised.
Side note, I got Karpik rug burn on my knees. That really hurt.
no!
We had to commit to the bit.
But it was
Commit to the bit. Always commit to the bit.
Always commit to the bit.
Kuno's gonna put out his lantern and then kind of climb up to the top of the trapdoor and then like lean his arms down for you guys to kind of prop up Bubbly and then like Kuno will like put his arms underneath Bubbly's and just kind of pull her up out of the
I mean, Aqua, not Bubbly.
And I?
Oh.
No, pull Bubbly out of the narrative
Yeah,
really
pull
quick.
Bubbly out, yeah. Oh shit, Bubbly, you're on Patreon. What are you gonna do?
Fourth wall,
Who
let's
put
go!
you here?
Can I
yeah.
go up to the circle and see if there's like any significance to it? Like, does it look like it might be like a ritual circle or like or if this is
There,
just
I would have been up there now. Help you.
weirdos?
as you
Yeah,
step up, and it's difficult because the ground is like orangey brown dirt and there's blood on the ground. It's hard, but as you take in what is being depicted on the wall on this framing, you notice it's a perfect mirror of what is drawn in blood on the ground. A circle of like weaving together hands, and in the center is just a singular object. In the case of the floor, it is just drawn with blood to look like another circle.
Would
Is there any recognition, or does it not look something I've seen before?
would I recognize that?
Amon would not. Soren and Niall. Niall, if you're paying attention. If you're not, that's fine too. Give
If up was up,
me
then I would pay attention, but if not, then
My
a
solution.
investigation check. You wake up eventually. It takes a minute or two, but
Okay.
don't think it would have mattered anyway.
Well, it's a 1. 6.
oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
And a 10. That's 2 6s in a row.
Yep.
For a
I'm
total
gonna
of
get a third once
10.
the devil gets here.
For a total of 10 and a natural 1. I mean, you've seen various depictions of blood rituals, Soren. None, surprisingly,
I've done
this
probably various depictions of blood rituals.
surprisingly nothing this graphic. Your your religion and what you focus on is the blood within. Once the blood is removed, the body can go do its thing, and you can use the blood as the power. You don't need the body anymore, which means you don't always need to kill the person whose blood you're using. This is grotesque.
Next level.
This is, I'll say, Niall, you pick up a little bit. Just, I would imagine after Niall and your new friend first made contact, you likely did a little bit of research trying to figure out what they were. This looks oddly demonic. Just the vulgarity of it.
Amon will take out a little journal, draw the symbol in it, and kind of make sure it looks like the one on the floor. And then we'll turn to the rest of the group and just go, I don't know about y'all, but I can just torch this.
No, leave it for a second.
All right. This is like, and by my standards, this is pretty gross.
It is.
Someone please use prestidigit whatever on my jacket.
Prestidigit whatever.
Yeah, you have to go talk to Moss about that. I can maybe blow your jacket backwards a little bit.
That's not. I don't think it's gonna help it.
I can heat up the vomit, cook it under your.
Please
Gross.
don't burn my jacket.
Really gross. Aqua, as you come to consciousness, you kind of blink a couple times because it's still dark. Like there's dancing lights, but you wake into pitch darkness here. You blink a couple times, and burned into your irises for a second is that symbol that was on that wall. It's not making you throw up anymore, but it sticks for just a second, and you commit it to memory. Doesn't look familiar, but
Oh.
why is it here? What is going on? Oswald, Olivia, do they know about this? Who's Olivia's mom? Where is their mom? What is going on? All these questions hit you all at once as you wake up. And also, probably, what's that smell?
Amon's gonna turn to Soren and just go, you think we should ask around town for a missing tabaxi?
It does say with Anshaws, but maybe we could bring it up with this Leon.
Yeah.
We also need to mention, we should mention him that Oswald is missing, and I'm pretty sure they were paying him. Right, they're hired Oswald.
Yes.
Should we leave this for them to come and look at?
That would be the most law-abiding thing to do.
It would be funny watching them all.
Please share that with the group, Bubbly, so they know what it looks like.
Okay.
Because that's hilarious.
Guys, this is what the circle looks like.
Oh, God.
Hold up. It looks like this, but with dead animal parts.
Oh my god.
I am going to draw that right now.
Hell yeah.
So I can remember.
It's made of wood, right? Realistically, like
the framing is wood. The
And then it's just
limbs are limbs.
Okay.
They're flesh
Yeah,
and
that
bone.
circle is all animal parts.
and then
Correct.
the bag is impaled in the middle. What is impaling it?
You can't tell. It's not sticking through the torso. Something is holding it in place.
So from the back.
Yeah, ass out. Something's in its chest holding it against the wall.
Could I'm gonna just rip it off the wall.
Okay. Yes, I'll
Carefully.
go.
Sorry. What? You said the fur was all ripped off, but the skin looks like what?
There's patches of fur left over. It is a tabaxi. Soren has confirmed that by looking at it.
Oh, like what color? What color is it?
Like
Oh, it's too dark.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard to tell. With dancing lights, you get a little bit of like orangey, brownish fur color.
Like
but
typical cat color.
well, there's lots of different cat colors.
There's
but
lots
yes,
of different colors of cats.
it's like a tabby tabaxi.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You pull the torso off whatever's holding it on.
Yeah.
It stumbles to the ground.
It's not the first time I've lifted a torso, so.
It's pretty heavy, but yes, it is not the first time you've lifted a torso. We will say, for the sake of censoring, the front of the body is too mutilated to determine a gender.
I was just trying to see what it
Just because I know you
I
fuckers
was.
were gonna ask. Yeah, there it is. Aqua's gonna. I'm just getting it out of the way. You cannot tell. Leave the description to your guys' own minds.
It's
but
a bay.
the thing, yeah, that's clearly what that means.
That's not.
That's how that works.
Yeah, don't you know? Don't you know? Like,
Yeah.
obviously.
If you're non-binary, they just fall off. It just falls off.
Yeah, they just
Yep.
gone.
Just go neutral. True neutral, one might say.
By the way,
True
Um,
neutral. Did you say true neutral?
Damn right I did.
it just flies away.
Just flies away. Yeah. It's actually like Mr. Potato Head. You can swap and do what you
You
want.
just choose.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, the thing holding this creature on to the earth wall, it's not like wooden or anything like that, is a silver colored spear that seems to be embedded in the wall, just to the point where it can be used like a coat rack to just put his torso on.
So it's like weighted enough that it won't slide off.
Yeah.
Can I try and pull the spear? Like, can I like move past Soren and like kind of like push him a little bit so he's not like in the recoil where I'm not gonna actually stab him if I pull it out and try and like.
Sure. You just
pull it
double
out of the
fist
wall.
it and try pull it out?
Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
I'm just gonna stand there and watch as you pull like.
Let me pull up the roll thing. Switch dice. Okay, I guess. Above average. 14.
You start pulling on it, and the fleshy residue and blood on the spear is a little slippery. You take a moment to kind of dry it off and make it as flat as possible. And yeah, you are able to pull the spear out. It's about 6 feet long. It's about 5.5 feet into the wall.
Jesus. Is it like a full pure silver spear, or is it
Silver
just the-
colored. You can't tell if it's actually pure silver in this light, but it is silvery.
Okay, but it's from like tip all the way down. Okay, so there's no
engravings, there's no detailing.
Spears.
The thickness doesn't change besides the pointed tip where you guys saw it on the wall. It is a pure bar of silvery material.
That's how I picture a javelin, but not really.
Just wait until one of us gets a 10 on the
Spear, I
fake like,
pictured
table and we
made
can
of two
find out if
different
it's silver.
materials. Javelin
Yeah,
is made of
exactly.
one.
Niall.
Amon will kind of like.
I'm pulled it out of the wall.
Ahmad's holding it. He
holding
pulled
it,
it out of
yeah.
this wall. Yeah.
Amon's kind of like looking at it up and down, checking for like engravings or anything, and doesn't
Nothing.
see any, and just kind of like gestures to like if Soren wants it, just like want it.
Leave it. It's got the use of a spear.
I mean, thing's pure metal if it's.
Kuno, do you have any use of a spear? That was once in a tabaxi.
Preferably, I don't like to tamper with evidence.
Okay.
It's tampered with.
It's been tampered.
It's already tampered.
Okay, that's the first time I've ever heard you say that, so stop.
Just
You're not a
stop.
lawful bunch, are you?
I mean,
No, we left Moss
we
at
could bring it to
home.
Leon, see if he knows anything about her, and if not, we could pawn it. I guess this is pure metal. Like if this is silver or even iron, probably catch a pretty penny.
No. Or we could be tied to a murder of. He counts the hands real quick.
My brain is immediately
I
thinking.
mean, these are all animals.
You're counting the
These are-
hands?
And this one
Yeah.
was a
I'm
person.
not.
Assuming they're all
like to count the
unique
hands.
hands.
Are these all humanoid hands?
No,
No.
there's rabbit, there's deer, there's a
Deer,
bear arm,
elk.
there's like a scaly arm. Some of them are real
Okay, well,
small,
okay,
some of them are
scaly arm
full.
Could be it could
A
be
small
cobalt arm.
scaly arm. It could be a kobold, probably about kobold size.
At most, it'd be however many, but as the way
Aqua,
I
if
see
you're
it-
counting the limbs, the first thing you notice that they're all right-handed. So you know they're all
Right-handed?
individual creatures. And there are 33 arms.
Jesus.
And no two are the same animal.
None the same. Oh,
Think of 33 animals.
My God, that's 33 creatures.
That's like all the animals.
That's every animal.
That's every. How are people living?
Every single animal in the world.
That's wow.
Is this like
Why
a
is this in
perverted?
Oswald's house?
It's like a perverted Noah's Ark. Just collecting their right arms.
Not a phase, Mom.
Well, I mean,
It's not a face.
but no one
Isn't
else
that how
wants
most
to
serial
steer,
killers
I'll
start?
take it.
Oh
I-
boy.
Oh my God, these poor animals. I don't like it here, guys.
I don't either.
Let's
We
skedaddle, I guess.
Do you think this is Oswald or his mother?
I don't know.
It was that bitch.
It would be hard to tell without actually finding either of them.
Oswald could be a good liar.
Well, he is an actor, so
If this was Oswald, then that man was one hell of an actor. Because he seemed way too much of a coward to do anything like this.
that's why I think it's his mom.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm still convinced his mom.
He
is not
seemed
very
pretty
real.
sketched out about his mom.
Well, but my question is, why is he staying in this shed out back if he has access to the basement?
Exactly.
Maybe
If I had
his
the
mom
option,
will-
then I would stay in
And
the
and
basement.
just
but-
because I love fucking with my players, the trap door was not locked. This was not hidden. This was just a hatch.
Is this some kind of tradition
very,
here in
very
Saltcreek,
weird.
maybe?
how many days does it look roughly?
Make a medicine check.
That's what I was hoping you to say.
I thought you were going to say survival or nature.
23. No,
23.
24.
I'll say you compare two. So you look at the torso and then you look at one of the humanoid
Yeah, I'm like
arms
comparing all
to
I'm, like,
kind of
going through-
compare. Otherwise, you'll be here all day. So you pick a couple and you kind of go through it. Maybe 48 hours.
This is recent.
And was
Does it look like this
was like 2
wall
days ago,
was
so it-
made for this?
And
Or
Oswald's
does
been
this-
gone for
Yes.
longer than that.
The
He's been
structure
gone
on
since
the
before we met.
wall is wrapped in these arms. It is designed for whatever this was.
Okay, so whoever made this basement made it for this.
Yes, and knowing that the trapdoor is as small as it is, it would have to be built down here. This isn't transported around. And it's large. Like the diameter of the circle that you're looking at is probably 6 to 8 feet across.
Can I go check those barrels?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, could this have been? We didn't smell this when we were here earlier, right?
No, and 2 days ago was you guys were still. I think you
Yeah.
just entered the mines, right?
No,
'Cause
it's-
the-
I think
Oswald's
it's
been
longer than
gone.
that.
Oswald's been gone longer than this has been here.
it was the 14th. It's the 14th now. You guys left to the mines on, or you guys entered the mines on the 10th. So yeah, this has been while you've been gone.
Yeah. So this is assuming that Oswald is gone the entire time. Assuming, because we have we haven't seen hide nor hair of him. This may have not been him. It could have been someone who ransacked this place.
Is it?
Because we never figured out who that was either.
I'm checking. I'm checking the barrels. Does it look like the symbol was constructed around the time that it was made? That the circle was made? Like does the wood look like professionally furbishly made? Like it's been like sealed to fight against rot?
No.
that stuff,
These are raw timber where probably they just ripped the bark off and sanded it down. They're not sanded or sealed to perfection. These are not furniture beams. This is just wood.
Okay, so I think somebody maybe found this basement while it was completely abandoned, and then built this down here and then performed this ritual.
Possible.
That's my running theory.
You can run theories. Can I look at what is in the barrel before I go?
I think Amon had headed over there while you were looking at the body. So Amon, give me an investigation check, and you'll join afterwards. As Amon's looking through.
How many? You said 3.
There's 3. 2 of them have their lids perpendicularly held open, so you can see into them, and one of them is sealed.
I know someone who has a crowbar.
Me?
I'm guessing
I do.
Kuno. Guessing Kuno.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I have one too.
Well, basically anything but a nat one would have sufficed. The two that are open, and since you have all been down here, the smell has just been ever present. There's not a source of it because of the enclosed space. It is permeated a few inches into the earth all around you, and so this entire room is full of this filth. But Amon finds where the smell is coming from. Inside the two open barrels, you imagine is all of the blood from the various creatures that are on that wall.
Oh, great.
They are full.
Almost like coagulated.
It's getting there. It's not great.
And can I use the spear to pry open the third barrel?
Sure. You open the third barrel.
Is Niall still down here?
Yeah.
Niall can use his crowbar.
Yeah.
Niall reaches for it as Amon is just geek. This fucking spear.
Alright then.
Weren't we talking about selling this or something?
Yeah.
Won't damage it.
You open the third barrel. And you find the other half of the equation. You see the arms.
Blood.
You see the blood. In this barrel, you see everything else. You see the skin, the bones of...
Oh my god.
Everything's on here. And 33 creatures fit in this barrel. Because everything useful was removed.
I'd like to point out that this place looks pretty great for not having blood everywhere and only in the barrel.
No, it's because it was all dirt, so the dirt,
Yeah. Oh, there's blood everywhere.
Blood.
It's soaked into the dirt, so you can't see it.
Not.
Never mind.
Thank
I take my darkness back. Okay, but it's fine.
Amon just kind of blinks, taking it in, just like Jesus. Or ascendancy.
More creatures.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to leave before I vomit.
Yeah,
I think
Can we bury them?
I don't think there's much we can bury.
No. Unless you want to tip the barrels out and feed it to the soil.
Please don't.
Leave it down here, we can bury it. It's technically underground, so technically they're already buried up.
If you want, I can burn it
we
to the
can
ground.
close it and you can say a few words.
Can we just put it on fire?
That's how we were going to tell people about
to alert the authorities about
Oh,
I mean,
that's a good point.
I put off as a
this. Okay, Leon, because the authorities can't be trusted.
neither can he, but
You guys exit
Besides
the basement of the Rollins house.
Can I go to a window with light and actually look at this metal and try and determine what it is?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Because I know my metal, certainly. Not bad. Okay with my modifier.
I just want everyone to touch it to see if it hurts anyone. Kind of like how the tree was hurting Amon.
16.
This is not.
No,
I
the
still
tree
have
was
the-
hurting Moss. Sorry.
This
I
is
still have the fate plague.
this is not silver,
Mm.
but it is not steel either.
Oh.
You do
It's
not know
bones.
what this is.
Pure tungsten.
Who knows metals?
It would be
It's
cratering in the
crazily enough, it is plutonium.
Oh.
You have
Wow,
3
just-
minutes.
Amon's skin just starts melting off.
come on, you have cancer. You have
Okay.
that on top of everything you also have to worry about.
On top of everything, I also got cancer.
You guys leave the house.
Why are the Avengers
Yes.
outside?
The Avengers outside. Amon will find some cloth anywhere in the house and kind of find a piece that's long enough, like a sheet or a drape or something, and tear a long enough thing to where he can wrap one end around one part of the spear and the other around the other end, and so he can toss it around his back. so he doesn't have to fucking carry it everywhere.
Easy enough.
Just before Mom put it away, would I know the craftsmanship of it?
Taking a quick look at it, there is no intricacy to this. There are no engravings. There are no like thin. It is a bar. It is a cylindrical bar with one end pointed. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check, or actually,
Is
for
it
you?
is it just pointed to where it's like it just comes to a point, or is there actually like a spear head?
No, it just comes to a point.
Oh, so
Okay.
it's like a spike.
It's
and-
like a
It's like a
spike.
javelin.
It's like
Okay.
it's more of a javelin,
Yeah.
a spearhead. Yeah. Give me a religion check.
Mm,
Nice system.
Nat 20.
Okay, never mind.
Damn.
For a total of
Holy
21.
We needed that shit.
Plus
That place
Now,
was giving me the
You are
heebie-jeebies.
not the smartest guy. You don't have a lot of historical knowledge, but you've studied Katara. You've studied her siblings or her adopted family. No one's really quite sure if she is of Kaela or simply replaced Ainera. But you're pretty sure this metal is used in a lot of rituals to Lothar and to Mallow. This is Aether or Ethereum. Long time ago, it was used for flight. It has magical properties that were used for airships. But even after the gods returned, this metal remains inert. It is still highly sought after because the largest source of it is in a city known as Dragonmoor, which is now under a massive lake.
Oh.
It's very, very valuable. Probably of the same value or more than platinum.
Damn.
Hey, Amon,
Yeah.
is that weapon? Don't sell it. It's worth a lot more than you think.
I mean, that just makes me want to sell it more.
Who are you going
about
to
that?
sell it to? You won't even have the right buyer.
Yeah, there's no
guess
one.
that's
They
fair.
probably, if based on. How about let Uno have it? You can get
For
it
now,
back.
I'll hold on to it, but
You
if it
can
comes
get
to a
it
point
back.
where it becomes a burden, I'll hand it over to Kuno.
Fair,
All right. In this time, we'll say it's been about an hour and a half or so. The walk to his place, the slow turnover of his house, what you guys found, helping Aqua stabilize after passing out, and returning. Moss, what have you been up to? You've been reading.
Yep.
The bar's
Just,
been getting busier and busier, so you may retire to your room if you need the quiet. But that's up to you.
He'll actually go out back and just kind of hang outside while he studies.
Okay. Eventually your party returns, and you are not where they left you. But after a short time, they find you outside.
What are we, Moss's keeper?
Yeah? So what?
My Moss's keeper. New young adult now.
As you guys get back,
Right.
surprisingly early, Amira is getting ready to leave. The bar has gotten busier, but more waitstaff have come in, and she's coughing, kind of mimicking what Niall sounds like right now, in order to convince Smiley to let her leave early. Good, you're back. I'm just tabbing out right now. I'm just getting things finalized, but I'm ready when you guys are. Just need a minute.
Soren just dips.
Oh, Club, you're muted. Whatever you said looked really funny, but you're muted. What'd you say?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna walk up to Moss, show the jacket, and just be like, "Can you do that?"
Oh, right. Yeah. Prestidigitation to vomit off.
Thank you.
Flicks it off, and it starts to like land on the wall beside you, and then it just kind of fizzles out of magical existence.
Put it back on.
Sorry, Niall.
It's okay. I just feel naked without it.
I'll try to avoid throwing up in you next time.
There's still a bit of a smell, but you don't know if it's psychosomatic or not.
I've been on the war ground. I smelled worse.
Yeah, absolutely. You've definitely smelled worse. Okay. Amira kind of waiting on your guys' breath, but she's got her jacket on. Smiley is like kind of helping her close out her tips for the day, and right. Should we go see what's going on? He still hasn't come by, so I feel like we should just go knock.
Might as well.
Sure, I might as well.
Gotcha. Okay. I should have had this pulled up already.
Nah. Sorry.
11, 12. That's not bad.
13.
16.
14.
1.
11. Sorry, just checking something. I forgot to have this open. 16. And 16. Okay. Moss, Soren, and Aqua. Amir is acting not nervous, but rushed. Something's on her mind, and she begins to lead you guys towards the Clements mansion.
As we're being led out, Amon will kind of like walk next to Soren.
I think Soren dipped.
No, I changed my mind.
Oh, okay.
Based on how quickly Amir was kind of rushing us, I think Soren would migrate towards Aqua and just like whisper, just be like, change of plans.
What? Oh, right.
Okay.
If Amon sees them talking, then he won't go.
Well, no, he would just be a quick talk, and
okay.
He'll like think for a second, and then he'll just be like, I don't know. He'll just stop talking. Yeah.
Okay.
Amon will go up to Soren and kind of whispers like, I think you said that wanted to talk about how we were going to. Like, oh my god, my accent. I started to go places I did not know. You said you were gonna discuss how we were supposed to give the information to Leon.
Based on, I think we should. But yeah, we do have. He lost his negotiating power when he met us, so.
That's fair.
Especially since we made the new deal with the Hag, and he kind of has that information. So.
Gonna change it.
So I'm hearing that Leon was down with us. Kind of changes my plans a little bit. I was going to use that against him, but I guess we'll wait and see. And even see if he's even.
Yeah.
He's gonna say this in a lower voice, alive.
Yeah. I'd run it by Moss. He's a bit of a talker, as I'm sure you've gathered. So.
Yeah.
You might need to say your piece with him before he might challenge you.
It's okay. I bet.
Okay. It's not a long walk, but you guys do have some time to kind of drag behind Amira and mingle these conversations with each other.
Yeah. I think Soren would migrate, he would kind of just meander, not like making it like slowly like slow down. I don't know where Moss is, and just say, I lead and you close this time?
To who?
Tomas.
Oh, Tomas. You want to delete this time?
Yeah, I might, depending on the situation of the current situation of what we are about to walk into. I have some things that maybe we can get a better deal than we agreed to.
Well, perhaps at least let me lay out all the information first.
I mean,
I don't mind if you want to do the nitty-gritty.
That's fine.
I'll lay it all out and explain what exactly they're dealing with, and you can tell them how we're going to solve it. How's that sound?
That works for me.
It's a plan, then.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything? Because I have one more thing I want to do. No. Then we want to do it, because this one might be a little bit longer.
No? Okay.
Soren's been fucking thinking all night.
Yeah, it's been thinking.
Been thinking. Alright, so he's gonna go... And like... This is gonna be out of character, but it's still,
Is it though?
No. he is a manipulative son of a bitch. So. He's gonna go casually walk up. He's like, Aqua, and he's gonna go like put his arm around her, and like a friendly like arm, and then his demeanor is gonna completely change as he looks at her. He'll be like,
wait, are you holding on to Greg too? Because like that's where Greg is.
Greg, yeah.
No.
Just get a handful of Greg.
I'm gonna make it so that hand is. I'm gonna be on the side that Greg, so I can rest a hand where Greg's in between us.
Gotcha. Like Greg's in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
Greg's
love
the
it.
translator.
Yeah.
Greg, Otter, let me get my piece out, and then you can react. Okay? I have a challenge for you.
Okay. Is this a game?
Okay. I don't really like games, but.
Kuno likes games, and you like Kuno. Doesn't that mean you like games?
Kuno doesn't like games. He may. We played a few when we were little, but and it didn't end well for us. I can tell you about that later.
Okay.
But
so challenge.
Yeah, more of a challenge, a task. So you know how you sent Greg that one time through the hole?
Yeah.
He's not the most stealthy person. Could you if you don't know your magic, do you have anything more less suspicious than like a 15-pound toad frog?
15 pounds.
I mean,
probably like 10
tungsten cube.
Probably like I just picture him like 10 pounds, between 5 and 10 pounds.
He's thick. He's thick. He's a whole lot of frog.
It's either that or I can turn into a weird rabbit.
Weird rabbit?
Yeah, it's got like a weird horn and everything.
No. That would be even more suspicious than a frog.
Oh.
Like I was thinking like a mouse or a spider or anything. I don't know. I don't know what you can do.
I can still be that spider again.
What? No, not that big one.
Oh, but I only know. I've only ever met a big one.
Can you be that but tiny?
I don't think so. I think I've never really met a tiny one before.
You've never seen a spider? A regular sized spider?
No, do you not know where I'm from?
You live under a rock?
No.
Nope, that's where spiders would be.
That's what the spiders would be.
Yeah.
Aqua, the smallest thing that you have known to be able to transform into.
It's wild. I mean, that's you
Would
doesn't know what a
oh
regular
no,
spider is.
seriously, you should see her list. It's fantastic. Would be a fox.
Oh, wait, the rabbit's bigger than the fox?
The rabbit is way bigger than the fox.
I didn't know that. I thought it was small. That's why I picked it.
He's small. He's small. A fox is tiny. The unicorn rabbit you can turn into is like 1.5 feet tall. It's big.
Is it a jackalope?
No, it's an almirage. Yeah, you could turn into a fox. Which is like it's pretty small. It's like a young fox.
Can you pick what color you are? Preferably a dark.
What color have I seen?
You've mainly seen white foxes, but I'd let you roll for
Okay.
it to try be this but a
Can I,
different
like-
color.
I was gonna say, can I like, I can try to be a different color than white. I've never tried that before. I think that would be fun.
Preferably like any color but white.
Okay, be careful though. If you say any
Careful.
color, I could be any color. And if this is a challenge or a task,
What's
and I
it
really
but
want to
But white.
anything but white. What's a but white?
You know what I mean. Anything except
Sorry.
for white.
Okay, thank you.
How do you know? How do you not know what but means, but you know what except for is?
She's just still thinking of the tabaxi ass. She can't help it.
Listen, my mind's been on that butt for a while, so I can't seem to let go.
Double cheeked up, hanging from a wall.
And like I could have
I
sworn Kuno really wanted to slap it, so it's throwing me off. Okay.
No, Nick did make the action. Bubbly is not lying.
Oh my god.
I saw that, Nick.
Shit.
They found me out.
Comes
Which
out of
means the
sheets.
internet saw that.
Alright. Okay, so fox is the smallest thing. Okay,
Yes.
and then sworn.
Oh, what's the
what?
task?
Thinking about the task, I think you probably shouldn't go. Maybe send
Well,
Greg.
why not? That's
Okay,
so
because
mean. Why can't I help you?
You can. Greg can help, and you can help by helping Greg. I would feel amiss if you were to get hurt on something that I want you to do. Not be.
Soon.
No, it's more of because I don't
do
want to piss
care.
off, I don't want to piss off Niall, and that is a headache I don't need.
That slightly means you care. Soren, we're best
Okay, let me
friends
finish.
now. Oh my God, Soren.
What? Are you getting? No. Anyway. Okay.
This
So
goes
either way,
back to, Soren, this goes
Why-
back to what you asked me in the caves, remember?
What did I barely remember the caves. It was sleep deprived.
No, at the very, 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 very beginning of the caves. Or the mines, my bad. You asked me why did I care so much? Soren,
Oh,
you should
about-
try asking yourself that question too. Because you care about me. Because we're
I think you broke him.
No, because
I'm just a little bit sexual.
I'm smiling because I find this so amusing, but Soren would not be smiling.
Soren's furious right now.
He's just so frustrated. Soren is going to. It's going to be okay. Here, let me. I've not even got it out because we've had so many tangents about
I feel like
exploring
he's
your.
like ripping my arm.
It's like focus.
Oh, okay.
All right. So while we are in the cellar, I assume we're going back to the same place. I would like Greg. This is why I don't want you to go, because it would maybe also be suspicious of why you weren't there, because you were there last time.
Be suspicious. Okay, yeah.
I would like you could find a way to get him inside the Clements estate and
Okay.
just explore for me.
Well,
Tell me anything Greg sees.
Well, two things. So, one, I can't see that far after Greg leaves me. because I can look into his eyes. It's a really cool trick that me and Greg have worked together on. But 2, Greg's currently pissed at me still, and I just got his forgiveness back. I really don't want anything to happen to him. What if someone steps on him?
Greg, do I have to address him?
Frog's looking up at you right now.
Greg, if anything happens to you, it is my fault, not Aqua's.
He makes like a wheezy ribbit, like a low croak.
What does that mean?
I don't think he likes that idea. If he's happy, it would have been.
Greg, would you prefer that Aqua go and get hurt instead of you?
He licks his eye.
Yeah, he basically just cleans.
All right. I don't know.
I think that's a possible.
Maybe. Like he would rather go instead of you.
No, he'd rather me go instead of him. But he's only saying maybe because if I go, like if I'm dead, then he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you won't exist anymore.
True.
Exactly, but he still didn't like it that the hag got rid of him just like that. So I don't know if he really wants to.
But if he does his job, then he won't even be he'll be sneaky. Is Greg tiny as well?
Yes. His size is
like
tiny.
This big.
His size is tiny for D&D purposes.
Double quarter pounder.
He's a
tiny.
partner size.
Is he smaller than the fox?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Like a lot. Like he's got 1 HP, 1 step, gone.
Oh.
Nick, don't laugh.
Okay. Aqua, I will leave it. I guess I will. No.
Well, okay, again, here's the thing. So like 1, just so you know, if I send out Mr. Greg, sure. Sorry, Greg. But if he gets to a certain distance, I can't see what he's looking at. And he's Greg. I don't know if he'll really know what he's looking at.
I imagine it wouldn't be that. Could we, remembering the Clements estate, is the cellar like a part of the building, the main building?
It is a part of the main building,
but you can't get to it from the building.
Correct. Yeah, it's on the rear of the building. Yeah, when you were down there, you only saw the entrance you came in from.
Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure my eyes go backwards when I look into his eyes, and I can't see anyone for a while.
I'll just stand in front of you.
Okay. And I can't hear you either, I think. Is that how it goes?
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, well, in that case, you ask that, I would like you to, so you send Greg, and if you can't see anything, that it's completely fine.
To clarify the spell, because it works virtually the same as Find Familiar, you can see through Greg's vision for a long range.
Oh, so it's okay.
You can only control him for up to 100 feet.
Ooh,
gotcha.
So you can give him command and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be watching, but you're on your own. Go explore," and just fingers crossed, Greg listens to you. But for that first 100 feet, you have like a psychic link, and you can tell him what to do.
He listens to you better in that 100 feet.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So
which should be fine for most of the mansion. The mansion's not that big.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking too, because it's big, but 100 feet from where we are, when we're literally basically standing right outside of it, and we can adjust Aqua so she's a little bit closer to the mansion. Anyway, not we, because no one else knows about this.
Just like pushing Aqua towards the gate, like her cheeks pressed up against the bars.
Yeah. No, well, we'd be in the cellar, so.
Okay. What's the plan? Because you guys are 100 feet from the front door of the mansion here.
Yeah, I don't feel good. I mean, well,
if you're talking, and I'm just thinking out loud, if we're talking about sneaking in or looking around, why not ask Moss, who can turn invisible?
Because I don't think Moss is going to be doing the talking.
Well, how do you know I won't be doing the talking?
He's just gonna give you a look. He's just like,
Okay,
really?
that's fair.
Really?
I know. Well, I thought I'd try.
And also, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Moss, have we seen how long your invisibility lasts?
Yep.
Till he gets punched in the
Yeah.
face.
It's like
Six
No, it's
seconds.
literally like 6
seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like 6 seconds, and Greg gets found out. They just find a big.
It's an emergency escape.
It's like
Fight or
a
flight.
panic button.
yeah, it's like a panic button.
yeah, 100%.
Alright, so
Okay.
we send Greg,
Yeah.
and okay, how about I make it this challenge even better? If you use this, I will owe you a favor of your choice. Just name it, and it's yours. One
Anything?
thing.
But what's the thing? Like, let's kill. You have to clarify. What's the thing?
Okay, I told you to have Greg look around and see Clements up the state, and
Yeah.
report back to me of what you see.
Yeah. No, I mean, what I get from you. Like, what is it? Only an object, or is it like something?
It's a favor. What is a favor to you?
Friendship.
Anything but that, please.
The look on your face was so immediate. Oh, that was so good. God, I love Aqua.
Me too.
I do too.
That's my baby.
So good.
I raised that boy.
So that is a favor. You want friendship from me? You can
I
say.
mean, I'll still think about it. I'll still think about it, but I just wanted to know the level of the thing you're talking about.
Within reason. If I have to go like, you know what? If you just present it to me and I make a face like I just did with that friendship, then maybe it'll be a little too much.
Okay, what about a dance
That's
with Kuno?
With Kuno?
Yeah.
That is really a favor you want.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the favor could be.
You
Like,
guys
what is-
have
Okay,
approached the gates of the mansion.
All right. If you do this, then you think of something. You don't have to think about it now. It can be whenever, and then there's no expiration date.
Okay,
But once the
okay.
favor is done, it is done. Deal?
Deal.
All right.
I thought that was you throwing Greg for a second.
No, I was going for a handshake, but I didn't
Yeet
think I might.
over the fence.
I will. Yeah, I'll shake your hand.
Okay, that is the second
second
deal
handshake.
of the session.
Of this session.
Okay,
session.
of this
Third
session.
in this campaign.
Oh, God.
Fourth,
I
sorry,
think more
fourth.
than that. Yeah. Okay. Amira kind of bangs on the metal to get the attention of one of the guards on the inside, recognizes you and sees the party, but this guard knows who Amira is to Leon and lets you guys in.
Okay. Now would be the time to send Greg. We could have. Could we have slight left since we left?
He's dying.
Oh,
He's
no.
dying.
I'm dying.
He has the fake leg.
I rolled a 1. Stop coming. You guys have to walk past the front door to get to where you're going, but you need a way for him to get in. So you need like a open window or wait for the door to be open and like bowling ball Greg in there. In order
see
in
a
order
window
for the doors.
open?
Just full.
As you're
Major League
walking
Baseball
in, you guys are
pitch.
walking in and starting to go around the same way towards the rear of the building. You do not see that front door open. The door is closed.
We get Greg in there. I want that favor.
Make a perception check.
Can I help?
Thank
Yeah, you're
God.
looking as well to help her out. Yeah.
Wait.
You get advantage.
Perception.
And when I shake your hand, you get Greg gets guidance.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I do that? Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I don't want to touch Greg. Sorry.
Why not? He's a greasy boy.
I don't.
What-
do you want
what'd
to?
you got?
Sworn to show just his hand.
Ooh.
I was kind of blind.
A
25.
25. As you guys reach the side of the building, you do see an open window on the first floor.
What? I just pictured this.
He's dying again.
I just picture. Why do I just picture just trying to as subtle as possible, just like.
just full. No, I'm talking about like full pictures, like the ground, switch the bug and.
Okay, we're in a tense moment here, guys. You guys are walking past this window. What are you doing?
Are you breaking the window?
No,
He's got 1 hit point.
No, I'm not throwing Greg.
You gotta be real careful.
I hold Greg to my face and I go, Greg, please do this for us. I will reward you handsomely with many flies and a back massage and I'll make you your own little pond because apparently I could do that now. So please just hop over to that window and I will make a little vine up to the window with my druidcraft.
Make a persuasion check.
No, I knew it.
Hey, you're the one who's deciding to persuade Greg instead of taking over his will and making him do it.
Well, because I don't know.
Because you're so nice.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if it fails, then he can just take over his mind.
It's amazing that I could just mage hand Greg to the window.
Nah, this is great.
I don't know about this plan.
This is so great.
It's a 9.
It's a 9 total.
Yeah.
Greg hops away and is at the base of the window looking up, waiting for the vine.
What did you roll?
An 8.
I did it. Okay. As we're walking, I kind of like flick my finger and vines pop up.
Greg also has guidance.
Okay. Guidance as he goes up there. Lasts for a minute. He makes a stealth check as he first gets in. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, adding +3 for Greg.
Yeah, +3.
Plus 1d4 because of guidance.
If you want to use it yet.
If you want to use it. Only lasts for a minute, though.
I would use it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me. Oh, what? Why did it roll for me? I didn't roll that. I did not roll that.
Just roll a regular d20 in chat. That's fine. Or just
Okay.
do it with the dice. You don't have to drop it in Foundry. That's fine.
Okay. So wait, a d20. Wait, what was that?
d20 +3. Plus 1d4.
Wait, don't I have to roll the guidance as well?
Yep. So d20, d4 +3.
I kind of wish I went with the. Okay, so Greg got a 5 plus a 2, so that's a 7 for stealth.
Okay.
What? Which is actually what I got on.
There you go. Ta-da. Okay. Greg is in. We're going to come back to Greg.
Oh no.
You guys are led around the back of the building.
Did someone guide me?
Amira passes you, or
I'm
passes.
still around you.
Amira passes by the cellar and continues on around the back of the building.
Right.
Where's she going?
She leads you to a door on the rear of the building, on the far, far corner.
John's going to the cellar, I mean,
I think we should go look in the house for Leon. I mean, I can go in if you'd like, but I know where he usually is, and it's not always in that cellar. Plus, I haven't seen him. I don't know if he's going to be down there.
Mon is keeping, like, after moving past the cellar and kind of just like, this is very odd, Amon is just like keeping his eyes peeled for anything suspicious.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Oh, I didn't even realize we moved to a map. Perception. Wowzers. Not the best of that. Let me use my hot dice. Ooh. Nope. I don't see shit.
Okay.
6.
Wait, what are you looking
Amira,
for?
he's just keeping an eye out
Peeled for anything suspicious.
I'm too focused on Aqua.
on making sure Aqua doesn't fuck this up. Amira opens the door and it leads into like a little lounge room here with another set of doors. Who's going in after Amira? put yourself in a marching order here.
Aqua, did you work into Greg yet?
I feel like as soon as I saw Greg go through the window, I am now able to see through his eyes.
Okay, so Aqua is incapacitated in terms of like directions, so you're kind of like leading her on.
Yeah, my
And
arm's
hearing,
still
right?
on Aqua.
Yeah, you are blind and deaf.
In front.
I'm gonna pinch Aqua real quick. Just like a little pinch.
You feel it.
What was that? Because I'm deaf, I can't hear.
You yell out.
Okay, then never mind.
Do you stay in the warg, Aqua? You don't come out?
Well, like, I don't know what's happening. I'm fucking deaf and blind.
Okay.
You would think if you get pinched, you'd come back.
Yeah, someone pinched you, so you can make a decision if you think you should come out or not. You don't have to commit to being blind and deaf.
Oh, okay.
Because you mentioned that you're going to be blind and deaf, so Soren's going to, like...
Okay, so you looking at Soren who just pinched you.
Yeah, I feel like, what the fuck?
Okay. Just wait until we're actually in the room and to do it, because you're walking with your eyes rolled back.
I thought you said you were going to take care of that.
That's when we're actually in the room. That was before we went past the cellar. Oh, more eyes on us.
What you know is that Greg landed in a red carpeted room with a lot of furniture. There was nobody in that room. He, with his 7 stealth check, is hobbled behind a carpet or behind like a pair of drapes and is eagerly awaiting your instructions. But in the meantime, Niall's going in first, followed by Kuno.
Yeah, before Niall, Amon would follow Kuno, but before Niall went in, Amon would tap them on like the arm and just go, just stay ready, kid.
Okay. Right. Who's after Amon?
Me and Aqua are last.
Okay. So I'll put Moss there.
Aqua, because so is Signal.
Yeah.
What do you don't want to be pinched? Do you want something else?
No, it just scared me. That's all.
Okay, well,
just tickle her right under the nose, you know. Just.
It's awful. Truly awful.
I hate that one.
If whatever you think is best, just
if I want you to come back from your walk, I'll poke you on your side.
You'll do on my what?
Poke you on your side. Oh.
That's my tickle side. Okay.
Okay, well, I don't want to make you laugh.
I'll just go, and then that's it.
No, I don't want to do that.
At this point in time, because you guys have had a long time to talk, longer than you should have for the journey, Amira turns to you, Niall, and Kuno, because you can see her in this like narrow section, and says, all right, we're going to head in. Just keep it cool, all right?
I'm usually calm, don't worry.
Why are we going to the back?
Well, this is just where I get in. The front door is always such a big entrance. This leads to their meeting room. I want to show you where Leon and I usually hang out.
Insight check. I don't know where you two hang out.
Go ahead.
I want to know where you two.
Yeah, I don't want to know where you guys.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, I'll roll it. I'll roll an insight check as well.
That's another nat one.
Nah, this is just Kuno. This is just the two first people here.
Damn.
You got a nat one?
Nat one.
Just trying to show you a cool place, dude.
Dude, she knows the spot.
So she's turning to face you, and behind she turns open the door with the door handle and leads you into a room.
Oh shit!
Full of people.
Oh.
You guys see sitting in a meeting hall.
I'm gonna poke Aqua.
Pope.
I'm not.
Sure shot.
I'm not even looking.
Guys, focus, please. Pope, Horace, Leon, sitting in the center of the table, Lord Armanel, and who you believe to be Sylvia. This is most of the Clements family. Pope at the end of the table kind of gestures towards you guys. He looks relaxed. A pretty old guy in his older years. 1 second here. He's got like a white shoulder-length hair tied behind and a simple tie, a scruffy kind of like a farmer's beard where it doesn't have time to keep it kempt, but it's clean, but it's not well maintained. Couple little black patches from his youth. Wearing a jean jacket and some white undershirt and some leather pants. You can see his pants and his shoes because his feet are kicked up on the table. Well, if it's about time, Amira, I thought you said you'd be off when they woke up. Come on in. There's no weapons. There's no harm to be done. Heard you've done our family a great favor, and I thought I'd invite y'all in to say hello. Take a seat.
Hi.
Quite kind of you. And Voss will walk in and take a seat.
Yeah, it's kind of filtered into the room a little bit.
Fuck.
It's a narrow hallway.
Can I take the seat at the exact opposite end of the table from
Sure.
Pope?
This one's good for his knees.
Yeah, you can stretch out. As you guys walk in, Pope puts his legs down and sits up a little bit more straight. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. My boy here was telling me that you're who we have to thank for all the workers coming out of the mines. So thank you very much. Just want to have a nice talk, see what else we can do for our new heroes.
Seeing that there's only 5 chairs, Amon will just kind of lean. There's
definitely 6 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Never mind. I counted.
I'll sit,
I planned this out, motherfucker. I had this ready.
I'll sit between Niall and Mas.
Okay.
Amon will stand behind. Oh, I was gonna put there, but Amon will stand here behind.
You guys put an Aqua closest to Pope.
To chairs, dude?
No, he'll sit by Pope and he'll just kind of lean into his chair, just being like, I'll prefer to stand if that's okay with you.
I want to.
If I'm being honest, it's not. Take a seat.
He's got the hemorrhoids.
And Leon looks over to you. Just play it easy, man. Take a seat.
Amon scowls at Leon and then pulls the chair out and sits down.
He kind of flinches, but doesn't lose eye contact. He's still staring at you.
Yeah.
Well, I believe introductions are in order. I'll start.
Okay.
My name is Pope. I am the head of this family and the mining company that you have done a great service to. And some may argue, and I will not stop them, to say that I more or less control the goings-on in Saltcreek.
Wait.
And down here on my right, boy, speak up. Tell him who you are. No secrets in this house. And the man next to him, Horace, tall, good-looking man in his late 20s, short blonde hair, pretty bright blue eyes, an ugly scar just under his jawline, like right in the flesh there, but muscular and sits pretty tall in his chair, looking quite confident. Yeah, I'm Horace. I haven't seen you around, but my dear brother says that you guys are worth this meeting. So take a seat. Let's figure it out. You can see the tenseness in his conversation. Leon hangs his head and doesn't introduce himself, or you guys know who he is. And our guests, I know you are part of this meeting due to you being in my house, but introduce yourselves nonetheless. I feel that we should all put our cards on the table. And the well-dressed man to the right of Leon, his right, bald head, vivid black tattoos and brown eyes. These tattoos kind of clawing at his skin almost, down his skin. Very, very tall. Probably as tall as Moss. This Goliath.
Which?
I am Lord Armanel. I hail from cities long outside the range of the Barons. I come here for trade and conversation. But I have heard of the heroes of Saltcreek this morning and decided you are all worth my eye. It is very nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lord Armanel.
Thank you. The young woman to the right, dwarfed in size by comparison. Dark, long, not quite black. You can see like the almond brown in it, but very dark. Bright green eyes. A sorceress of sorts. And I am Sylvia, the outsider in these arrangements. I am of their blood, but Father, let's not be coy. I am here against my will, just like the lot of you.
Does she look at us when she says a lot of us?
She does. Pope pipes up after that. Now, everybody, let's keep it civil. Starting with our green friend across from me, the one with the manners. What's your name, good sir?
I am Mr. Moongrove, second son of the moon. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He raises an eyebrow and kind of nods. A titled man. Welcome. And would your friends care to introduce themselves as well? Looking to Soren next.
Soren. That's it.
Nice to meet you, Soren. How about you, young man?
My name is Nelaine, but you can call me Niall if you so wish.
Elaine. A beautiful name, half elven, even.
That's correct.
Beautiful. Where are you from?
I'd be forgetting the town name. That's what I was looking for. Boris is what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. I come from west, small town named Boris.
Can't say I've heard of it, but thank you for making the journey all the way out east. Your support has been noticed. And how about you, man in the middle?
My name is Kuno. Soren's brother.
Ah, family. Good. Family's important. Glad you two are sticking together. And you, my dear, what is your name?
Aqua.
How quaint. And you, my friend, and his hand is resting close to you, Amon, on the table. Your name?
Amon is tenser than like anyone has ever seen him. He is like rigid in his seat, and the words like drag out of his mouth as he just goes, Amon.
Now, was that so hard? And he laughs. Honestly, I understand the hesitation to open kindness, but I welcome you into my home. I do apologize that our dear Amira had to usher you in through the back door, so to speak, but she assured me you would not enter willingly without some hesitation. So, now that we are sat, Let us speak as friends. You have done us a good service. You have no reason to be suspicious. I believe my good son here has promised you a reward for going behind his father's back. Leon, what was it again? And Leon reads out the contract that you all signed, which Pope gestures for after he reads it. Well, very well. I think that is a fair sum. And how many living was it? How many did we count? And he looks to Horace. Horace kind of smiles. I believe it was 46.
Yeah,
That's 2 heads. Or
no, it was 46.
It was 48. It was 48.
We got 58.
You know it was 48. It was 58 and you lost 10 on the way out.
Soren's gonna lean forward and say, I thought there were no lies at this table.
You looking to Horace?
Yeah. Maybe I should do something about that, because it seems there's already been one lie told.
Well, I'm
Pope again
it's
speaks
just a
up.
misunderstanding.
Now, what is your count, good man? You were down there. I'm sure you took head.
There was 2, unless in the day since then, 2 have died, but it's 48.
We agreed that getting them back to town was what mattered, not them dying in town. We got 48 here.
Very well. Leon, can you confirm that number? Accuracy is important in this house. And there's a little bit of bite as he says this. Leon looks a little nervous between Horace and his father. They're correct. It was 48.
Right. So, that being the case, certainly you are probably curious as to what happened down in the caverns.
I'm sure we can get there. I would love to hear a report, but I am a man of my word, even if, and as he's saying this, he's holding up the contract with Leon's signature on it. Even if my word was used against me, my son has promised you a reward. And
it's more so that this circumstance is not without its own caveats as far as your situation as it currently stands.
As you started saying this, he kind of slammed his fists on the table twice, and a servant of some sort enters with a chest and puts it on the table right here by where you and Soren are, Moss. All paid? I believe the other part of this contract suggests a favor on your part. Leon, did you have anything in mind? Leon kind of lowers his head, shaking it.
Insight check.
Yeah. 25.
Dirty 20.
Leon is a son listening to his father.
Can I recall if it was specifically stated in the thing it was a favor for Leon, that it's written in there?
I believe the way it was explained was that I think it was Leon could, or the person who made the contract could call upon us for a favor. So that might be Leon, or if it was meant to be Pope's word that the contract was made, Pope could in turn call for a favor. I think it was specifically whoever
I believe is correct.
This, yeah,
that sounds right.
It was signed by Leon, but
he's not the contract.
He's not the head of the family.
Pope is an asshole, so.
Yeah, you guys don't know
Let's
yet.
just put it
But
that way.
but Pope, after the chest is put down, sorry, I do like to just square things away. We'll come back to the favor, Leon. I know we had discussed something that might be of good use, but Mr. Moongrove, What did you guys find down there? You seem very eager to tell me.
Well, only because it's not going away, and not in the sense that you're going to have any problems, but that in the sense if you go looking for problems, they might come to and find you. You see, the goblins that we encountered, there was considerably more to their story than initially realized. For one, they saw their raid on this town as retaliation for what were apparently orders given to the miners to take what they could find from whatever buildings they discovered, which I can't say was done with any malicious intent. They weren't exactly the most obviously inhabited buildings, with the exception of the city proper that they live in. Now, they were gracious enough that after just a short conversation, agreed to completely leave you all alone as long as you do the same. Besides that, the so-called city that lies underneath in these mines, they are incredibly dangerous and older than any one of us in this room. That being the case, it would be in everyone's best interest to stay as far away from them as much as possible. We watched corpses whisked away in front of our very eyes. I'm beginning to imagine what it might do to the unsuspecting living.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. I have to roll that digitally, actually. Okay, Foundry's not bad. 25 with an 18 plus 7.
Horace, and any of you who are watching as Ma speaks, Horace goes from anger to resentment. His eyes try lock with Leon's, who will not meet them. And Pope, at the head of the table, looks genuinely understanding. Lord Armanel is smirking, but has not said anything after his introduction.
That being said, it seems that the leader of this group, who were apparently not originally goblins, I might add that as well. They were the victims of an unforeseen magical incident in which they were pulled from their home and twisted in unforeseen ways. That being the case, I've agreed to guide them to a portal home should I come across it, meaning that in the future, your problem will be solved permanently. Should I not be killed or whatever.
And if we find the portal.
And if we find the portal. I am magically bound through a pact to complete this task. So that should give you just a little more confidence in my word.
I see. Well, let me get this straight. Below the mine, you found the city that we've been working on. Fair enough. I hope you can understand why that was not public knowledge.
Of course. Something that crazy. He'd be more likely to start hysteria than anything.
Correct. So we treated it as a gem mine. We even hired a map maker to map it out so it would be safe to explore. But those creatures. I'm not going to call them goblins if they're not goblins, but those things, they had no interest in communicating with us. I'm glad you got through to them. I'm glad you were able to talk to them. Let me get this straight, though.
It was a matter of circumstance, I have to imagine.
They are trying to get back.
Running into the dark.
They are trying to get back to the Feywild. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Moss didn't say the Feywild.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
I couldn't remember if he did.
He's trying to get back home. He just said home.
They're trying to get back home. That's what he'll say then. I just didn't hear that.
All good.
They're trying to get back home, and they need a portal to do so.
They are not originally from this plane of existence.
I see. And do you know where they are from?
They're from the Feywild.
Interesting. What are the Fey doing up here?
Well, like I said, these particular Fey were not here of their own will. An incident with political rivals and false promises resulted in a magical trickery of sorts, and they saw themselves deposed from their place in the land of Margoon.
There's no recognition on his face, but he nods anyways.
Moss is just kind of giving him information to disarm him at this point.
Yeah, 100%. It's working. You can pick up with your passive insight that it is working. So, to summarize, we need to stay out of the city until you can find a portal to the Feywild and then come and retrieve them.
Either, yeah, that's pretty much it. Retrieve them or let them know to come meet me wherever. But once they're gone, you should be safe to explore the city if you're of your own free will, however dangerous it might be.
And you don't have a timeline.
There's no say. Portals to the Feywild, unfortunately, are random at best.
He believes you. Horace, at this point, kind of slaps his hand on the table. Father, you can't just go around listening to these idiots. They saw some fucking creepy shit down there like the rest of us, and they think they have spoken to...
So one is going to slam down the table as well and go, I don't believe you're the one fucking talking about deals here. You sit down and let the cops speak for you.
I don't think you're the one making deals either, partner. Father, listen.
I'm not the one talking.
He's
Let
ignoring
him
you.
speak his mind, however foolish and unfounded it might be.
He's ignoring
I
you.
take no offense to it.
Father, you must be strong. You can't close this operation. What we found already is worth more. He's not talking to you. He's talking to his father right now.
Oh, I know. Moss is just like interrupting him at that point. You're overlooking the long term in favor of the short term.
Yeah, and what long term is that? You have no timeline.
Not
You value
dying.
your life?
Fey creatures live for hundreds of years. Am I wrong?
And if you go to them and you disturb them, what's going to happen to your life?
I promise you that
Dramatically
there's
shorter.
nothing you can do to depose them from where they are currently at. I've spoken with the individual who is in charge, and they are of powerful magical importance in the Feywild.
Do you know anything about the Feywild?
I couldn't hope to remove them for you.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of you. See, my sister's been off at school, and she's made some great friends. Sylvia, ain't that right? Now, I'm not saying we go down and kill them all. I'm not a massacre. I'm not here for genocide. I'm not here for cold-blooded murder. But the mountain is ours, and thus the mines are ours. And anything in and under and around those mines belong to us.
And how was that decided?
By the people who live here. We won that when we saved the city.
can I just say,
Didn't we say this?
if you go down there and you try and make a quick coin off of some ancient city that you don't know anything about, you're gonna have to worry about a lot more than just whatever the city has entailed or whatever these goblins can do to you.
Yeah, I don't think you understand. I'm not trying to say you should be abandoning all of your business ventures.
I understand. There is a timeline here, though we may not know it. I respect that. And to you, sir, looking to you, Amon, no one's talking about a quick coin. We've been operating this mine for well over 80 years. We've been operating in that city for the last 5. We have made more than this city has ever seen in that time. And it's not just for the family. You notice all those shops open with no customers around? We give the people of this town and the region a comfortable life. Something they are owed after what they have gone through.
And you're willing to throw that all away.
I didn't say that. Interrupt an asshole. If you would give me a moment.
Amon smiles, knowing that he's pissing him off.
Clenches his fist, and Horus's father, Pope, puts his hand on his shoulder. What my excitable son is trying to say, we need assurances. We can't be inoperable. I mean, let's be real. Look at me. I'm not young, but I ain't ready to hand it over to any of my boys. That's for sure. What are we looking at here? Reasonably. Not asking for a finite deadline. You seem to know what the hell you're talking about, Mr. Moongrove. You obviously trust your abilities enough to make a deal with this creature. Let's go through the logistics. You find a portal. What then?
I inform them that I found the portal, and I either come back to retrieve them myself, or they will set out on their own to meet me at said location.
And in the meantime, there's no ceasefire. We go anywhere near them, they kill us. That's correct?
There is a ceasefire so long as you don't go into their living spaces, past the door that you uncovered, that you sealed initially. As long as no one goes past that point, they won't touch anyone, and they don't plan to strike out or cause any undue conflict.
Sylvia speaks up, close to you, Moss. I have one question. What do they want down there? I know you're planning on getting them home, so likely that's what they're after, but in the meantime, what are they looking for? What do they need?
Food?
Food?
Some sense of normalcy. These were once people just like us, living in a society with jobs and places that they belong to.
Exactly. So they're people. They're monstrous, and what has happened to them is crazy, but they're people, right?
Correct.
And they need food. Can we not open trade? Did they say that? Are we able to go down there and operate?
You can certainly try.
They speaking with what was the hag's name again?
Yolanda.
I couldn't remember if it started with a Y or an L. Their leader is a woman named Yolanda, who seemed rather... Well, she wanted a peaceful resolution and did mention trade.
Very well. Sylvia, great idea.
I would just suggest you have somebody who can interpret Goblin.
I appreciate the advice.
When there's no language barrier, they seem to be much more peaceful.
Very well.
They're very scared.
I would like to hold you to a timeline. One that I think is fair. Y'all have been in Saltcreek for what? 6 days? 5 days?
Yeah.
and you've accomplished this much. Three months. We need to know what's going on in 3 months. Or, we don't need any intervention from you. We understand you are not beholden to the city. In 3 months, we take the city by force.
The thing is, one of us technically is beholden to what happens to that city.
Boss raises a hand.
We break this contract and you storm that city.
It wouldn't be you
hell.
breaking the contract. Your contract, from what you've said, is to get them out of there and go home. If something else steps in and cuts that off, you haven't broken your word.
Unfortunately, when it comes to deals with the Fae, they are much more fickle than the words of men.
Oh, damn.
All that matters to the individual that makes the deal is the end result. All that matters to them is there's no context, there's no semantics.
Fine.
It's just
Fine.
But I am not afraid of these consequences. And
I have an amendment to that 3-month deal. Yolanda, that's the one who's in charge.
correct.
She's the one you made the pact with.
Correct.
In 3 months, we'll kill them all. And we'll trap her. And you can come get her. Send her back to the Feywild whenever you can. That gives you 3 months to find and become whatever you need to be to have the ability to get them all out. You hold no love for these creatures. We will try to trade with them. We will be civil until the end of that 3 months. But that city's ours. And we're going back.
Fox is doing his best to hide his displeasure at the discussion of just wiping them all out regardless, but he thinks to himself, would Moss know if that would work or not?
To trap the hag?
If Yolanda...
It was a part of the deal, like if they came down and started killing any of them.
Yeah, I would
and I
Moss
asked
know...
to clarify that. Yeah. Sworn said, if I may, I think it was clarified that if you came down and started slaughtering them, then acquaintance, I should say, Moss would suffer and the deal would be broken.
I have another amendment, perhaps. You have no word from us in 3 months, and we don't have a solution. You can go down there and trap them, hold them prisoner, not harm them, and the city is yours. All of them.
I feel like that's semantics now. Your friend beside you just said that would also argue against their contract.
It could be.
But my timeline stands. I think I'm being more than fair. And your tall friend at the other side of the aisle has agreed that he is not afraid of his consequences.
That being the case, in 3 months' time, if we do not have a solution, would you at least agree if we are working, or if not necessarily, I'm assuming if we update you with a possible solution, it might stay your hand, say a lead, or...
I'm not going to entertain such ideas, but should something come along, I am but a humble man, always willing to negotiate for the right deal. But I am owed what I am owed. And I think 3 months of dissatisfaction is the most that I'm willing to put up with.
I would see it more as 3 months of your people's sacrifice than your dissatisfaction as a motivating factor, but I agree nonetheless.
Amon will look down the table towards Soren.
Soren is like calm, but there's an intensity in his eyes as he scans. He doesn't focus on a single person, but he does keep going back to Lord Armanel, and he goes between Lord Armanel and Pope mostly.
Can I look at Lord Armanel and try and get like a read?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping I would
Sure.
get to.
Yeah, you both can give me insight checks.
Mine's are not going to be as good, but
I'm gonna fucking, I don't care if they see me. I'm gonna.
Not on Lord Armanel, but can I make an insight check on Pope?
Sure.
oh fuck yeah.
19.
Oh, dirty 20 for me.
19 and dirty 20. He's very tough to read. His face is fat. He has not twitched nor raised an eyebrow in the last hour of conversation.
Has he even made notice?
He's been moving his eyes back and forth between the speakers, but he has not engaged. He has not made any remarks. He's observing.
With an 18 for Pope.
I would say, is everyone done talking?
With an 18 from Pope, before you get there, Mac, you pick up a lot of what this man is about. He is a business owner. He is a head of a family. He is the unofficial head of the city. And he believes he is owed what he is owed. You don't see cruelty. You see strength.
It's just a fundamental flaw in beings whose lives aren't long enough to see the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Yeah, literally.
Exactly. So we're agreed.
Aye.
3 months. Sylvia, when is that, be a darling? That would be Janaeum, the 14th, but let's finish the week off and call it the 16th. 3 months. Very well. Take your reward. Leon, I hope you've had a moment to think the favor that this group owes you. We did not need to use that for this bargain. What was that favor you had for them? Leon raises his head. Looking to Moss, who's been doing most of the talking. My favor. I need you to listen to Lord Armanel and do what he asks. It is not a quest. It is not a mission. It is not going to take you out of your way.
Oh.
I need you to listen. That's it. That's the favor.
Before that happened, so you know the map maker, right?
Yes, Mr. Rollins, I believe. What about him?
Well,
Our friend Oswald. Yes.
yeah. Well, he's been missing since before we went to the mines.
Well, he's been missing for a while. He ran away. I sent some people after him. They never came back.
Oh,
I don't know where he is.
So that was your people who went and roughed up the place.
Oh.
No, not here. They went all the way out to Crystar trying to find him. This is from Niall and Aqua's session 0 when they saved Oswald.
We killed them. That was us.
Yeah.
That was the last time, and you may an insight check if you want. That's the last time that Pope was involved with Oswald.
I look at and I make an insight check on Forrest.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Not to be presumptuous or anything, but
It's not good. It's not good.
Dearest Pope,
It's a 10.
your sons wouldn't be so brash as to harm Oswald in some sort of perceived retributive strike for some sort of slight?
Well, two things. One, they would. Oswald knew a lot about that city. And if he made threats to expose the city underneath the mines, then I would believe my sons have the right to silence him. Death or what have you. Two, I can guarantee, looking at Horace and Leon, they did not.
Right. Okay.
Do you know his mom?
Belinda? No, she's been gone for years.
She has a name. Wait.
Belinda.
What do you on?
I love the name
or-
first off.
Belinda Rollins has been gone for years. She ran away 5 years ago.
Ran away.
Wait, okay. My question is, has Oswald, this is me, Mac, has Oswald ever mentioned his mom? Like,
Yes.
Just Ma made me sleep in the shed. Ma made me, yeah, that's
like,
it.
It's
So-
like that she's present. Like, it made it sound like she
Yeah.
was present.
Yes.
still.
Yeah.
Yep.
It must have been someone else.
Yeah, let's maybe be quiet about that.
Do we not want to mention that at all?
No,
No, this is bubbly talking. This is bubbly talking. Going like,
now.
this
I
is
want to find this out for
someone
myself.
this is down the police.
If they-
Mon was gonna say something, but if y'all don't want him to, then
Well,
he won't.
unless anyone in character stops you, Amon, what are you saying?
So Soren, like when he mentions, when all after it's done, Soren's gonna try to make eyes with everyone who was there, like just basically look down and just like.
Amon's like looking to like see if anyone else is gonna speak up about the
He just shakes
close ass shit.
He just
that
shakes his
happened.
head.
Kind of gives him like a you sure?
Oh, insight.
Nope.
Oh, it's a natural one.
Yeah, he just shakes his head, and then he looks to Lord Armina. So you have something to tell us?
I am curious. What's the interest with the boy?
Well,
He's been missing.
I'm assuming he ran away. We tasked him with mapping out, as you described, a city of immense power and deception. I'm assuming he ran away. We've been looking for another map maker for a week or so now.
My brain is churning right now. It might not even be it, but it.
The alarm bells going off are so loud.
We'd
Soren's
clarify. I thought you might have known, but we'd run into him in town.
Yeah, we met. I mean, we met him, and we all met him in town.
And so he went missing very recently, like the day of us going down to the mines, and we were wondering if you'd known about it.
We thought he'd been gone for a week, so to learn that he's been in town recently, we will sweep through the city again. And he looks to Horace, almost annoyed. I do have one thing to ask, if this is the case. You guys seem to be sweet on the boy, and that's fine. I want my money back. Y'all think that's fair? I paid him 1,000 gold to map out the city, and he didn't.
Ooh.
I would like my money back.
Wait, do we have the map?
Oh,
We have a map
not
of the
city.
mines. We have a map of the mines and a map of the barons.
Not
Can
the
they
map
give
of
us
the
an
city.
unfinished map of the city?
Not of Envy. No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as a businessman, you were not given what you were owed.
Sounds like a business loss to me.
So let's call it there. If you find Oswald, no rush. I don't need the money. It's more the principle of the thing. You find the money, half it's yours. Bring the rest back to me. We call it even. No
Seems
rush.
fair.
You find it, you find
Sounds
it.
fair.
Thank you.
Keep an eye out.
I'm so curious about the map.
Appreciate that. Well, I promised Armanel at least half an hour with y'all, so if we're done, thank you for your service, and I appreciate you keeping it quiet. I can count on that to be kept quiet, can't I?
What?
Of course.
What you saw.
Oh, yeah.
What did we see?
Ooh,
That's correct.
good one.
Well, or Mr. Clements or whatever.
Pope's fine.
If I could have a word with you and just ask some questions in private, if you don't mind. If not, it's okay. You can even have the other families there. It makes no difference to me.
Oh, so you don't want your friends to know, but my friends are.
Well, your friends might know what I need to know, so
Fair enough.
my friends, they will know when I ask them.
Very well. Yeah, why not? I've got 5 minutes. And he will lead you into this room over here.
Well, I was going to say after Lord Armano.
Okay, he'll be waiting in here then. Just going to take a little seat. Hang out there.
Yeah, because I'm going to ask the same thing to Lord Armano in front of my friends, so.
The rest of the family, including Amira, they leave. They are not part of this conversation. They head out.
Amon is just scowling at Amira and Leon as they leave. Just like
Leon's just got his head down. Make a quick
liars.
perception check as you see Amira and Leon walk by.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mira.
I feel very threatened just staring at Lord Armanel in the face right here.
15.
You chose to sit there.
He's just a purple leprechaun. What's to be afraid of?
You were like, before I knew it was a Goliath.
Yeah, he's a
just
big
some
boy.
You want to switch
15
cheeks now?
perception.
15
I'm
perception.
good.
Amon, you notice under a light but fading because of the sweat. Amira's been sweating the last little bit. Some bruising on her cheek as she
Oh,
leaves.
shit.
Ooh,
I'm about to beat the shit out of someone.
I'm about to beat the shit out of Leon.
I'm about to beat the shit out of this whole family because I feel like maybe
I don't think it was
didn't do
Leon.
it.
I
feel like
think
it
it
might
was
have been.
Leon.
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe
it
they
was fucking
maybe they
Horace.
threatened her. Yeah, it might have been Horace.
That boy's got a temper. I'm ready to
Yeah.
fucking trip him.
Ooh, boys.
It'd be fucked up if
Don't-
Pope made Leon do that,
Okay.
though.
Oh, that
Anyways,
Sorry,
they
move.
leave the room. Armanel stands up and just kind of looks out the window for a little bit, waiting for everyone to leave, just as the situation kind of dies down. You know, he's extremely tall. Moss standing, he's got at least 5 inches on you. He's pretty big. He's a big boy.
Can I make one last, get one read of him before
Yeah, as he stands up, absolutely.
offer to shake his hand even?
You reach out as he's like using the weight of the table to lift himself up. Go ahead and roll insight.
Yeah.
There we go. That is 17.
17. It's tough to read. He sighs out, but you can't tell if that's the frustration or the boredom or just the reaction to him lifting his own weight out of a chair and just the as he gets up. You can't tell. He shakes your hand, and it's a big, meaty hand, and he almost squeezes you at the wrist with how large his hands are.
I'll kind of,
Thank you, sir.
quite, just out of curiosity, I'm being a stranger to many places. Where might one go to learn more about your country?
Oh, where I'm from. And he nods over to Kuno and Soren. You might ask them. They look like desert folk.
Right.
Where
I've
are
heard
you
about
from,
the
my
pillars.
friend?
I just meant if there was any place you might recommend for one to immerse themselves.
What is it exactly you're looking for? Oh, I can't get out a country accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be Tyler for a little bit until I can get it back.
Okay.
What is it you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. I'm just a curious person. I like to be well equipped with information.
Well, I'm sure you'll find it. Now,
Also, get a curtain on.
I'm sure you are all apprehensive and maybe a little tired of the amount of deals that go on in this town. I wouldn't blame you. I'm not from here. I'm still country. I can't fucking break out of it. I'm stuck. You guys need to get out of Saltcreek and save me, please.
You gotta leave.
You gotta leave.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't like the deals that are going on here either. And I don't need anything from you. In fact, I have a gift, but
Oh, there it is.
you have to take it. That was the favor. Agreed?
What is it before we take it? Did I notice that at least?
Well, I'm going to show you, and that's fine. You can play with it. It's underneath the table right now. Don't look. I'm going to grab it for you. But the favor that was owed by the contract was a favor. This is that favor.
Oh, listen
And
to
he
Lord Arma.
goes back to the table and pulls a case out. No longer than 4 feet. Thin, like an instrument case almost. And puts it on the table.
I would like to also summon Greg back in my hand under the table and then put him on the table as well. Just be like, oh my God, he's safe.
Okay, you snap him out, snap back in.
I snapped him back in my hand under the table, and then
We'll
I
go
put
back.
him on the table.
We'll go back to see what Greg saw because he definitely
Thank
got
you.
some adventures. We're gonna do that separately.
I couldn't take it anymore.
But
You're just sitting
in
there
the
not doing anything.
he was just hiding.
He most likely was like, this woman, I'm going to kill her.
He was just hiding. Lord Armanel puts a beautiful case on the table, like indigo blues with like deep purple star patterns. Very, very well made. It's made out of some sort of leather that none of you recognize. Now, no, just take a look.
Who did he set it by?
It's just right in the middle of the table, so it's gonna be closest to whoever's in the center. So
Kuno. I hit
Kuno.
Kuno on the shoulder. Open it.
Remember what we were taught. Don't open the front. Kidding. Open it.
Kuno will slowly open it.
Sucks the soul out.
Kuno is gone. And that's where we'll pick up next week. No. You open it and see a absolutely gorgeous sword, dagger. You're not too sure. I'm gonna pop it in cast notes. I do not own the rights to this image, so I cannot post it on stream, but if you're curious, it'll be in the audience chat over on our Discord. But that is what you see.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Oh, I just realized.
Oh my god!
A long 2-foot blade attached to a intricately carved hilt. The hilt kind of black onyx, with these almost like wrappings of vines around the handle. The blade itself hooked both at the end, hooking up, and at the beginning, almost where like a guard blade would be. And there are these notches carved out of the blade. The metal of the blade itself seems to be... It's a solid steel color, but almost like a clear bowl full of like dyed water. There's like moving energy in it as if it's self-contained like water would be. And sitting there in a absolutely gorgeous cask. And Armanel is just staring at it.
Why are you giving us this?
It's so pretty.
It's been in my possession for far too long. I don't need you to take it anywhere. I don't need you to use it on anybody. But it might come in handy one day. It is truly meant as a gift. I have 2 conditions. You cannot sell it. And you cannot give it away. You must keep it with you.
And it's been, you said, how long has it been with you?
Close to 12 years. I've had this blade. And in those 12 years, I have no idea how it works.
Ooh.
Do I recognize it at all?
Does anyone recognize it at all?
Anyone proficient in history or arcana can roll.
I don't think that's me.
Damn it.
That's
Age factor?
Arcana. Oh, let's fucking go! Oh my god.
Natural 20.
Yeah, 25 for a natural 20.
Damn. Everyone's just
Ayo.
rolling nat 20s on their
You guys are
like
killing me.
knowledge related checks.
Is that the highest roll, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that's the highest it can go. Is 25.
No, for anybody who rolled. Okay.
I could have maybe gotten it as high, but
Was that an arcana or a history check?
That was
whenever
both.
I
I'm proficient in both, and they're both
Okay.
the same.
So I'm going to ask which one you were kind of tapping into. Were you looking at the magical properties of this or the origins of this blade?
I think.
What would Amon care about more?
I feel like he's more of
think
a
I'm-
magic curiosity.
Yeah, I think Amon would be looking into the arcana.
Okay.
I think Amon really cares about history.
So you rolled a natural 20 plus 5 for a total of 25.
Look,
Yeah.
The DC was 25. You don't have a name. You don't have an origin. But there's something in the back of your mind that tells you that this is an artifact from the invasion.
Amon looks to Armanel and kind of just nods and says, "All right, it's a deal."
Again,
I
do with it what you will. You cannot sell it, and you cannot give it away. I will contact you if I need it back, but that won't just be a gifting back. We'll have a discussion or a trade, but I don't see that happening.
Did you
Sounds fair to me.
how'd you come upon this, or someone sell it to you, or
No, I killed the previous owners.
why?
Right.
I've heard about this blade. I knew it was something special, and they were running. I was willing to trade or buy. They were running. I did what I had to. That was a long time ago.
Might be gruesome, but
And what is the importance of it?
That
Yeah.
is what I am trying to find out.
Important. Got it.
What's your passive perception, Moss?
My passive perception
Yeah.
is
16, I think.
I think. Where's passives on?
Yeah,
to the
it's,
right of
it's
the
16.
modifiers.
You heard him slip up and say "we" before I,
We?
as in something we are working on.
And who
the
might
French word
this-
"oui."
who might we be? Is there a group interested in this blade?
That's not part of the favor. You can earn my trust at any point in the future. You can come find me in Flintgate when I return. But for now, all you need to know is that no one knows you have the blade and no one is hunting me. You are safe with it from other people. But I need it out of my possession for now.
Is anybody holding it?
Still in the case
No.
unless someone's picked it up.
I was gonna say Moss might reach over to pick it up.
Okay? Moss grabs the blade. It's heavy. It holds like a dagger, but it's long. It's longer than a dagger should be.
That's kind of like my weapon. That's cool. Wait, is
there
that what a...
anything we should know about its performance? Any peculiar... Is it gonna light on fire in my hands? Is it gonna...
No fire.
Does it mess with nature?
And I can't help myself. I don't want to spoil anything. I will say do not test it on yourself or others that you care about.
Okay, well,
What's it gonna do? Teleport us to some unknown dimension?
Wouldn't that be wild? Who knows? Every time we do something with it, it's unpredictable. But it's
Ooh,
powerful
random.
and it's very good at what it does. I wouldn't say random, unpredictable. The effects of
Isn't that random?
using it are hard to pinpoint down, but one thing is clear, it is very effective.
Ooh.
Does
Lord Amino, this is not about to play because we'll figure it out on our own. Could I ask you either one or two questions?
You can ask.
Man, you know what? No, I'll wait. I'll say it for the other end.
Okay.
I was gonna cast Zone of Truth. I'm just gonna cast Zone of Truth on the other hand.
Okay.
Oh, smart.
Okay.
Kuno and I are looking for something. You being where you're from, west of here, and such a huge city, you may have heard of her. If not, it's not a big deal, but she is an important person in both of our lives. She has long black hair, red eyes like mine, and she could have been with someone else. A boy, perhaps.
Soren and Kuno, you guys can both either make perception or insight. The DC is 23.
I gotta roll a 17. I could guidance myself.
I mean, I can't get it no matter what I roll. Yeah.
With that being the case, I'll give Soren advantage.
Okay, well, I mean, well, the first one was better. Okay, 25.
25.
I was like, what's 22 plus 30?
The description you're describing to Lord Armanel, his eyebrow twitches as you read this off. Does this person have a name?
Let me pull my notes real quick, because
You don't know your mommy's name?
You don't know your mom's name?
Mommy!
I have to pronounce it right.
I just call her mommy.
Right?
We cannot escape. We cannot
Yeah,
go
I've
back.
never
Ayla.
said it out loud.
You have
so
never
I
said it
don't-
out loud. That's
Mama.
true. Mama!
Mama.
Do you have it?
Ayla?
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
have it. I already got it.
Cry.
You say Ayla?
You know,
How do you spell that?
here comes on his cheek.
AI.
Bursting into tears.
I have not seen anybody by that description. But you two are from the Sands, I believe.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't think you've looked far enough yet. People who leave the Sands tend to run from them. You'll find them. Now,
I'm not.
I have a long trip back to Flintgate. I would say thank you, but you are under the guise of a contract, so I will simply say goodbye.
Farewell. Safe travels.
Thank you.
It was nice to meet you.
And you as well, Aqua. And smiles to the whole group. very pleasant, calm person, but strong in his words, both because of his stature and his voice. Lord Armanel leaves.
He seems nice.
Nicest person we've talked to today.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I got a new cool sword. Dagger, stick.
Moss, you're still holding the blade?
Are we going to put it in the case, Moss?
I'll put it back in the case. Probably for the best, unless one of you is fond of it. I don't mind.
No.
I can't use those weapons.
Personally,
You
think
guys
that
watch
it's the case.
as
With us?
Moss places it in the case, just gently, like the way he picked it up. The blade kind of like through the velvet interior.
Huh?
And
What
is
is-
sticking out the side of the case, facing towards Niall.
I pick it back
I'm
up.
sorry.
Niles!
You pick it up, and it cuts through where it was phased into the wood of the case, and the case is cut into a third.
Okay.
That's not. Is that pointing towards me? Please tell me it's not pointing towards me.
I'm pointing it straight up.
It's just straight up. Doesn't move. It's not sentient. It's not flying around.
Yeah,
But
no. He's just like holding it out like he's just like the dangerous weapon it is. Right.
It would be rather inconvenient. Let's see why he wanted to get rid of it.
No, I'm
Is there
sorry.
anyone else with us at the moment?
no, you guys have been left alone in the rear of the Clements
table.
mansion.
God damn you!
The table's bolted
Oh.
down.
So, I don't know about the rest of yous, but I could certainly wash the taste of that conversation out of my mouth.
Yeah, well, I'm going to suffer through their condescension a little bit more.
Aren't you gonna go speak with?
That's what I was
Huh.
alluding to.
Would you like some company to make sure you stay safe? Or
Yeah, my
We
brother.
have further business to attend
I
to.
figured, but
If you want,
figured I'd offer.
since you kind of know what you can, I
Are we,
wouldn't mind guys sticking around nearby just in case. But
I can wait outside if you want.
What are we? Sorry. Bring me up to speed, perhaps.
I'm just going to talk to Pope and the others. Maybe the others. I doubt it. They would say.
If you'd like, the rest of you can leave, and I can stay here to make sure Soren and his brother stay safe.
Right, but what are
mean-
you speaking with the Pope about?
The same thing I
Oh,
asked.
Pope. God damn it.
The same thing I asked about Lord Armanel, who wasn't able to answer my question.
Right.
Maybe they have some more concrete details being in the area, more him being a higher, you tend to see less people.
Fair enough. I won't pry. I was just curious.
Oh, it's okay. You already know her name, so. And that is all I'm
Lovely
going to
name.
tell you today.
It's
What?
a really pretty name.
Lovely name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably where you got your looks from.
For the sake of closing out tonight's
What, you-
episode, we will
Talking.
No.
Moss, Aqua, and Amon leave.
Mm-hmm.
Soren, Niall, and Kuno, you guys enter.
Dum.
Da-da-da-da. All right.
My bad.
I've not forgotten about Greg. We just might not get to it till next week. So that's
That's
how we'll start. Is what was Greg up to?
The journey of Greg.
We
Yeah.
should do
Mission
we should do a
Impossible.
themed recap, but it's just what Greg sees.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Hanging
You
out
enter
with
you enter the room.
Yeah, all of us are involved.
Pope is crouched on the couch like a little goblin man because this mini is too small.
He's like, yeah, he's like ready to. He's like, got his.
He's ready to
sword
pounce,
on.
man. He's here for a grand slam.
Oh no.
Well, how to go with the Lord over there?
It was fine.
Good.
We have Pope and the Lord.
Pope and the Lord.
Hope
And the
it sounds like
sun.
a comedy.
The sun
Does sound like a
And the
terrible
sun.
comedy.
Soren's going to If you don't mind, I would like to. This is more of a personal matter, so I'm going to try to be as thorough as possible, and I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. Give me the specifics of Zone of Truth, please.
They tell you their social security number.
On stream?
You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice range until the spell ends. Creature that enters the area for the first time on a turn it starts the turn must make a charisma saving throw. If fail, say the creature can't speak a deliberate lie.
If they succeed or if they fail, they know.
No, I know if they succeed or fail.
An affected creature is aware of the spell. Yeah. So I can avoid telling you the truth. I just can't lie.
If they fail, I read it as if they fail, they don't know. But if they succeed, they know.
Well, no, because it's unaffected. So someone who fails the spell is
that's what I meant.
aware.
If they succeed, then they don't know I cast it unless
and
I'm
it's a charisma saving throw, correct?
Yeah.
What's your DC?
15.
He needs to get a 14 or better.
Oh, come on.
That's a 6.
Oh,
Could you have asked first? What do you want? I'm getting real tired of inviting company over here.
Yeah, I'm real tired of being here. I need to know if a certain someone had passed who was this town. Do I know if I don't have any word, because people up to this point had been kind of cagey about it, right? They weren't willing to answer my questions if I asked them, right?
Yeah, especially people of power. You didn't get a lot of recognition, oh, I know who your mom is. Not everyone in Valena has met her, but it was more of I don't owe you anything, especially to cast a spell. I'm very, why would I help you if you're not, you know what I mean? It's, yeah.
Yeah, and they were oh, or they were just quick, hurt. I have no idea
exactly.
Who the hell you're talking about, whether or not they're telling the truth or not.
Exactly. Yep.
May I add, she was also seen with someone else, a younger boy.
Yeah.
What did these two look like? You haven't given me any idea.
So she is about between mine and mine brother's height, maybe 5. It varies. She has long black hair, piercing red eyes, pale skin, maybe not pale if she was out in the sun, kind of tanned, skin toned, but it could be different depending on the air, how covered she was, but she would be with a boy who I have no idea. We don't know what the boy looks like, right? We didn't.
No, you have no idea.
If it's a boy, I don't know. Do we know roughly how old he could have been?
He would have been. I'd have to check my notes, but he's definitely younger than Kuno.
Yeah. He would be younger than Kuno, who is.
Yeah, I'd have to check my notes, but definitely probably a young teen.
So in their teens.
And they came through here?
It's possible, but I'm just trying to be thorough so I don't miss a loose end. You seem to know, you seem to kind of control everything that goes on this place. I would figure I would start with the top.
And who is she to you? I might ask.
Our mother. My mother.
Your mother has not been to Saltcreek since I've been alive. But if you're looking for specific people and you have an identity, my darling Sylvia has talked about the various schools of magic to me. There are ways to see through the world to where people are hiding. you may find luck in a bigger settlement. Flintgate, Atirius, though that's far. I genuinely hope you find her.
That wasn't a lie. Let's go. Thank you for your time.
This is much appreciated.
Thank you for protecting people you don't care about. It's hard. You done good.
Arn will nod.
One last thing.
Yeah.
You cast that spell again in my house, I'll fucking kill you.
I'd like to see you try.
Maybe another time.
He smacks
Now.
and he walks out.
Get out. And you guys leave.
Ooh, spicy.
And
Take a
that,
risk
I
here.
think, is a perfect place to end tonight's episode. We will start again next week through the
the man of the
eyes of Greg to find out what he found in the Clements mansion in the 40-ish 5-minute conversation while all the important people of the house were in one room.
I wish we were good at audio design so we could make like a pseudo like Mission Impossible.
I'll see what I can find. I'm going to see if I can find something that's
Like
similar
like-
without getting us banned immediately.
By the way, just so we can do it now, everyone gets 90 gold from the reward.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. 300 plus 240 for the living divided into you guys is 90 gold each. Plus you have all those materials you found. You just got to find someone worthy to buy them. And
Yeah, I doubt anyone in this town.
yeah, maybe not here. They might just report you.
90, 90.
90, yeah. 90 gold
Yeah, okay.
each.
19 gold.
Yeah.
All that for less than
9
20
gold.
Can't even buy a fucking
A
longsword.
crisp high five.
All
All right. Thank
Burger
you,
King
everybody,
Phillips.
for turning up and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Guys, are we leaving Saltcreek next week? Is that the plan?
Maybe.
Are we?
No,
Are we out?
Here.
Maybe the
If we
episode
stay here, I will
after.
leave you here.
I just put down my mortgage, guys.
That
We
will be
can't-
Ah,
your favorite.
shit.
My
Just-
favorite deal.
I just bought Oswald's shack, so
No.
Oh no! Put that
I gotta
back.
go to my man cave.
Like,
Oh.
or Bubbly, if you think of a favor, just DM me and
But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even. But I feel like you and I should discuss it. Going like, so
I will
Lauren
say
said,
we'll take that
anything
off stream.
You think of.
We'll take
No,
that
no,
off
but
stream. Aqua will start setting
it's-
ideas, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thank
But I
everyone
didn't
for tuning in.
succeed.
As a reminder, March 12th, this coming up Sunday, hang out in our Discord. We'll be streaming live the first session of Patria 2.1, aka the Rascals is kind of what they've been calling themselves. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, hang out on Twitter, come follow us. YouTube, you'll see the show on Friday if you want to rewatch it or kind of psychoanalyze it. TikTok, you'll start seeing TikToks throughout the week about all the funny and cool and interesting moments from this session. So yeah, hearts for everyone. Thank you guys for coming in, and have a great night, guys.
Good night.
The 14th of Banner. Less than a week in the city. And as I said, heroes. Even by the big bad leader of the city. There's a lot of questions. Who's Belinda? Where's Oswald? Where's Ayla? What is so special about this sword, and why would the Lord Armanel give it away? I'm just as curious as you are to find out.